All right, y'all, man. Give me a second. We about to get this day started. Come in, tap, tap, tap. I didn't think I took too long. Ain't nobody hit them likes for me. They ain't hit them likes for me. All right, let's go. Let's see. That's the way it goes. Why I still ain't got the mute button? I want to mute myself sometimes. I mute myself. It's weird. It's kind of weird, man. Mm-hmm. See something real quick. Sheesh. Let's see. see if I can get in. Send these invites. These invites. Alright, let's see something real quick. I'm just gonna get them little few that's in there. Switch this profile up real quick. A little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Started up earlier today. I know I'm trying to watch this Jake Paul fight. The Jake Paul fight. Go ahead and putting Nate Diaz to sleep for the first time. Wow. Oh, that's the way it goes. Why? Why do people want to work out and be the best version of themselves when they lead a relationship? Make that make sense. I need somebody to really answer that for me. You know, I want to see the many different reasons why people want to try their hardest when they leave the message. I keep saying message. Leave the relationship. They don't want to try while they're in, and they want to try when they leave it. What? That's backwards. What's going on? What is going on, man? What is going on? Yeah. See. I wanna get some solid tears. Yeah, I'm really trying to understand this, though. It's weird to me, man. They like, hey, you know what? I'm about to be the best version. It's funny. Let me go ahead and go all out now. People backwards. That's funny. Let's see something real quick. Try to start this early so I ain't gotta fall. So I can be Gigi. What's the deal, Gigi? Is that Jane in here? I see you in here, man. What's up? How you feeling? How y'all feeling this Saturday? You know, trying to burn a little time for this fight come up. You know, even though I'm probably gonna watch the fight online, but yeah, watch this fight. See if Jake Paul gonna put somebody to sleep today that ain't never been asleep before. You know, they about to start playing with that boy, that YouTuber. That's the way it goes. Dang, I pressed the button. I'm trying to see when it. I gotta see what the fight card is so I can know. So I can know how many fights it's gonna be before I have to start watching this stuff. You said who's fighting? Paul and maybe is. Know how those go.
Hey,
Jane, what's the
Kieth.
deal?
How
What's the
you
deal?
doing? I'm
I'm
kicking
good,
up,
man.
baby.
Blessed, man. That's my, every day I wake up, man. How you
Facts,
feeling?
facts. Um, I'm better than good. So,
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's great, my man. I said
yeah,
good and it's better than good, you know?
yeah.
What you
I
been
like
up to?
taking care of my mom, taking care of my health, working through my selfishness.
Hmm.
I was selfish at a point with my child's father, so I had to kind of step back from everybody for a second and gather myself.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
She said she's trying to grow. Okay, I like that. I mean, and only take ourselves for that too.
Yeah, yeah. I be feeling like I'm a mother figure to a lot of people, and not saying nothing nasty, but when it comes down to even my brothers and stuff like that, I have to give advice, but then I also have to take the advice that I give. So I had to step back and stop being
Mm.
so selfish.
Yeah, got to, man. What's the point, man? We gotta make some type of impact while we here, you know.
Right, right.
Want to live life just for ourselves and don't even nobody know us or know about us, or is a bad repetition about us.
Right. Or focusing on outcomes that aren't even here yet, like overthinking. My problem is I'm an overthinker.
Oh yeah.
So, when it come down to it, it's like, okay, well, what's going to happen 10 years down the line or 20 years down the line and things of that nature. But
Hmm.
sometimes I just got to take a step back. I don't physically, do like I used to do, like yell and fuss and cuss and do all that. That was my 20s. But
Hmm.
even having the thoughts of being selfish, that's too
Hmm.
much. So,
Yeah. You
yeah.
feel better when you selfless though. You feel way better though.
Right, right, right. I'm working through things.
Hey, shoot, like all of us trying. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I mean, it never stops. We got to. I mean, that's something we got to do daily.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I like your question though. I think it's
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot
trying to
of
get
reasons
somewhere
why.
with this.
I think it's a lot of I think it's a lot of reasons why. It could be in a relationship, someone feels like, hey Patty.
She always mess with.
I feel like sometimes in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are codependent and don't know they're codependents. And a lot of the times we hear or we say a lot of the things that we want to work on, like working out. Like you be in your relationship, and I don't know if it's primarily palm colored people, because I've heard different things about how the men want their women. But
Mhm.
when you keep hearing it, and then sometimes people leave during our breakthroughs where it's like, okay, now we've reached rock bottom and now we really want to work on that. And they miss that for the most part. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? So I think one part is codependency. Always, shit, sorry.
Okay,
Always
that's how you feeling. Okay.
always relying on your spouse to either be a part of your journey, things of that nature. And then when you realize that these are the things I need to work on once you leave a relationship or once the person has left you within that relationship, then you start to zero in and focus on yourself. So, that's a big deal concerning codependency for me.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. So most of the time it's like a lot of distractions and stuff. You would say.
Yeah, distractions, and then, like I said, being codependent, always needing validation, always needing your
Mm.
partner to inform you, always needing your partner to be there with you every step of the way, and
Mm.
really neglecting ourselves when we're in relationships. And then those that become codependent, they neglect who they are and they focus and zero in on what their partner is doing or what their spouse is doing. And
Mhm.
then once you don't have anybody else in that room to focus on, all you have is yourself. You start realizing some of your inner issues and some of your physical issues too.
Right. That makes sense for sure. Right. I ain't gonna lie. I think I was probably no. Actually, now with my situation, last one I was in, I still was trying though. But it's like that you get that boost when you went up breaking up. Then now you really want to try. Now like okay, I think that's that motivation that I'll show you, and you gonna make sure you gonna miss out on show you what you missed out on type stuff. But that's what it be most of the time. But it's just funny though. We don't try our all until we leave. That's crazy.
Hey
But
Patty,
man,
Hi,
how you
what's
doing?
up, my
Sammy.
light skinned people?
Hey.
What's the deal?
It's extra light skin today. We in the building.
Mm-hmm. Got to represent some way. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Light brights take over. Um,
That part.
we only we only got a couple more days until fall and winter, so we turn clear. So
You're right.
just counting
Right.
our
Right?
days.
You about to start a
Nose
war
go
up in
back to
here,
being
man.
all red and stuff.
We appreciate our tans. We appreciate them.
I'm trying to
I don't
tell
want this
you,
chocolate to
I'm
go nowhere.
Hey, you know.
nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You know how hard it took me to get it? I was baking in the sun, like, yes. Like, look, honey,
But
look,
you'll
I'm a little, you see my tan mark?
but you'll never look like the Florida challenge. Girl, they look like turkey
No.
wings.
I'd be like, what is that? Why you did that to yourself? Let's
Right.
talk about it. I just want to know why.
That part. It look like you could peel
Respectfully.
that man's skin back.
Oh,
Right.
my.
Rotisserie chicken face.
Crispy.
Like, I can't.
Yes.
That would have made me hungry. It's almost a rotisserie. Speaking of health, that's what I've been focusing on. I'm about to have to drop some pounds too, man. I went to the, so I know people supposed to be checking up on themselves. I've been lazy. I mean, not lazy. I guess I've been scared to do it. And I went there seeing I had my blood pressure. I don't know. It was kind of higher than it's supposed to be. I guess all they had to do was tell me one thing, and I'm like, you know what? They told me, so I'm just gonna be working out and stuff.
Look,
Cause I have been
we
slacking. I
not
ain't gonna
spring
lie.
chickens no more. We not
Huh?
spring chickens no more. I said we not spring chickens no more. Our body isn't like how it was in our teens and 20s. You know what I mean?
Man,
Mm.
So now that we getting up there, you know what I mean? We gotta get it right, get it tight,
yeah,
the best way possible.
exactly. I'm on it too. Y'all might see me looking different in a couple months, man. I'm about to work out even. I mean, I've been working out, but I just ain't was. I was slacking. I was still eating a lot of stuff I shouldn't have been eating. So I'm about to be on it though.
So you trying to
I
tell
got-
us like 2024 is your year. You about to come out extra light
Six
skin.
pack.
That's how.
He
I'm gonna
finna
come
get
Watch
out
out,
that
extra
ladies.
tongue.
healthy. That's my plan.
And he about to watch. He gonna be sitting here doing lives and wife beaters and stuff. We gonna be like, look at you,
If he
Kev.
gets,
Right?
Oh
On his
my!
extra LL Cool J. Like, okay, Kev, we see you.
he ain't gonna know who we are. He ain't gonna
He
know
said,
us.
"Why this dude acting fake now? Dude, to
Right,
change his
right, Kev,
name
don't
and
do that.
everything."
Huh?
That's
It'd be like
funny.
light skinned daddy out there. I'm not doing this again.
Like, dude, they really changed his whole name for real. I'm gonna be on that hot seat too right after this fake dude. Watch out for him.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be wherever you go. I'm gonna be right there, like light skin. Look at
Yup.
you.
You gonna
Laugh
put me in
line,
front.
light skin Kev.
I remember back when he was. That's gonna
I
be.
remember he
I'm
was
like,
wearing
dang, and that's how you
fisherman
hold somebody
hats and big
accountable.
tees.
The
Don't
LOL,
do us,
light skin on
Kev.
white
Don't forget
skin.
the fact. Forget about the people. Okay, we you down. All right.
Right. Especially as light skin.
You know what I'm saying?
The
We're gonna be
holy
getting all
human,
fine and like
man.
now he being extra chocolate right now. You see how he do us? Just
Right.
go to telling us I'm caramel. Negro. Okay. Okay.
Monty, all
It might
right.
change my whole lingo up.
Hey yo, fam, what's Gucci? It's your boy, the Watt Dog.
What up, holy human? Welcome to the live. First time seeing you, man.
Yeah, hello. Thank you.
I thought
How
he
you
was supposed
feel?
to be a radio station.
Yeah,
The
I
Right,
know.
I'm
I
best.
was
about to.
lost for a
That
second.
was all
Well, I
her.
thought I was about to get interviewed already. I said I ain't work out yet. You know.
I can't keep that energy.
They looking for you already.
They on it.
Yeah, it just sucks me up, you know? So what are you guys talking about? I can't read your background because my phone is smashed.
Oh my! Everybody phone be messed up when it come to my. That's weird. But the topic is why do people want to work out or be the best version of themselves when they lead a relationship instead of during?
when they lead instead. Oh yeah, okay, because they want to attract a mate, and then when they have their mate, they they can chillax. They think it's
So they get comfortable.
Yeah.
You feel like that's a problem?
I do in a way, like, because looks aren't everything, of course, but if you let yourself go, I mean, your mate's gonna kind of lose physical attraction for you.
Harsh truth, ain't it?
Yeah.
Kieth, didn't I say it earlier? Got to be up to
Right.
par for it, yeah.
People don't want to hear that though. I know these numbers gonna try to stay low when they hear that type of stuff. Hey, love me for me. Oh, we gonna blame it on baby fat. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to wonder.
Baby 28.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, a lot of people
Don't
use
do
their
that.
looks to attract people initially, and then maybe they think their personality is good enough that once they have them in, they can keep them with their personality and kind of let go of the way they look a little bit.
I don't know. I guess I'm wired a little backwards because okay, so this is gonna sound weird. So like when I was single, right, I didn't do too much of the dressing up and stuff. I was always in either like some leggings or some sweatpants, a hoodie, baggy shirts. My hair was always like up. My locks was either like I didn't get super dressed up or any of that. And then it's like as soon as I found my man, it's like that's when I got more sexier, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
Looks like he
I don't know.
swept you off your feet.
Oh yeah, that's my baby.
Yeah.
that's good though. That's the opposite way. That's good though.
Yeah, that is good.
You said I'm impressing my man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I hope they don't edit that out. What the freak? I just thought about that.
I
She
hope
said that,
not.
not me.
I can see it now. Like that's not what Kev said. That's not what he said.
Right, please
Hey
save me.
y'all, I wanted to
Gigi.
ask,
Hey,
hey there,
Gigi.
I wanted to ask Miss Petty a question. So you're a beautiful young lady and you attracted your husband without all of the extra. So why did you feel you had to introduce the extra after?
Yeah, I did. I was just goofy.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't catch it. It went out. What happened, babe? Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry. I didn't catch the. I think it might. I'm still at work hiding off
You
the
asked her
Oh,
the
I'm
question.
sorry.
part of the question.
no,
Right.
I'm sorry. And I'm on my headset. So if you can't hear me, I'll take it off.
no. I think you can say it again. It just I seen her connection was
Okay.
dropping.
So I was just saying, with you being a beautiful young lady, and you attracted your husband the way you were in your sweats, your hoodie, etc. Why did you
Yeah, it might
feel
be.
that
It
you
might be
needed
mine.
to? Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
Did you
can
see
see
it.
get
it
what I'm
now. I
saying,
think.
I see the
Kev?
bird.
Because you guys always say you
Is that
like
better?
natural. So if she attracted him that way, why change up to the fancy?
I don't know if Petty's changed
He,
up. I'm
oh no,
sorry.
I still have my hoodie and my tees. That's just me being comfortable. But
Okay.
I don't know. I've never felt the sexiest I've ever felt since I've been married to my husband. Like he just does
Okay.
it. I don't know how to really explain it, but like he makes me feel like ooh, okay, I want
You have
to
to
be
try to
around him just
explain this,
like
please.
I'm so tasteful and conservative, but he just makes me
He brings that
he
out of
brings
you.
out that super sexy
Yeah, you
energy
bring it
in
out.
me,
Right.
if that
How
makes
does he
sense.
do it? I need notes.
Yeah,
He
you know
said
what I'm
he
saying. But
notes.
not to her.
I think each person is different. You gonna try her notes out and be over there looking silly. Like, dang, it don't work.
Yeah,
It may.
you know what? That's how. Like I can't even lie to y'all. It'd be his little look,
Mm-hmm.
the way he'll see me come in like I got a little moo moo. It's nothing too fancy, but like it's just be his little. Like sometimes, he just
Uh
looks
oh.
at me like, damn, my woman is. He just looks at me like I'm the most like prettiest thing in the fucking world, and that's just how he makes me feel, whether I'm dialed up or not dialed up. He just makes me feel that way, and hell, I be doing the same to him. Like I look at him like, like I be reminding myself, like, girl, we married to this.
Wow.
This is great. We
Do
love
you,
it
do
here.
you,
Like,
do you think part of him does that intentionally to make you feel so good?
I don't think so. Everything seems to be really
I think it's genuine.
authentic with us. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he
I would
don't.
hope
You know what I'm
so.
saying?
Intentional is not ingenuine. Intentional is real.
Yeah,
Like he never
I can
goes
feel it.
like,
Yeah, like an
it's never like
exaggerate.
out of the. Yeah, he doesn't exaggerate any of it. Like it just, I catch
Baby,
certain little
dang.
things.
It's like
You
that.
know what I'm saying? He don't do all of that. It's the little things, and I be like, yeah, okay. Like you ever catch a person looking at you all sexy while you looking at them all sexy?
Oh yeah,
Like that's just,
those are the good old
you know what
days.
I mean? Like that's for instance, my husband this morning we were outside drinking our coffee, right? And I'm just looking at him like his arms, his chest, his face, and I'm like in my head like, damn, this man is gorgeous to me. And then like the voice in my head is like, duh, that's why we're married. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's it's one of those. Like I don't know, it just
Ow.
he makes me feel super sexy and he's super sexy. We
That's how
just
it's
super
supposed to
sexy
be.
together.
Mm-hmm. That's how you know it's
Even
real.
if no, even if
Mm-hmm.
nobody else sees it, like I don't care. He's for me. He the finest man walking this earth. Like that's
Man, that's
just
like
for
a
me.
fairy tale.
It's my boo. It's my baby. I love him so much. I'm so blessed.
It's
I'm so blessed.
reality when you're not pretending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, feel it.
Facts.
I feel it, and that's how it's
That's my.
supposed to be. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Not looking for other validation for other people and stuff, and all about and the only person you impressing is your person. But it's so different nowadays. You're not giving me enough, and got to post everything and all that stuff. It's
Because they
backwards
be chasing
nadays.
it. They
So
be,
she doing it perfectly.
yep. They be chasing the validation all the time. Like,
Yeah,
especially when
But
I,
you
when
know,
I,
Kev, I'm sorry, Petty.
no,
Do you
go ahead,
want to go
Gigi.
ahead?
No, go ahead,
I
Gigi.
that was a
just,
Jane.
I wanted, I wanted to say that I think validation comes from within, and the person you're with enhances that validation. If you
Yeah.
go searching for it from someone else, there you aren't going to meet it oftentimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can break
Because
you as
it's
fast as they can make you.
subjective. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody else's validation is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
Just like everybody
Yes,
else's
ma'am.
compliments are temporary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood that. Cause I don't know. I mean, again, y'all know me. I'm a little to the left. Um, but I've never been like one for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I've always moved to like my own beat of my own
My
drum. If
boy
that makes sense.
Santiago is in the building.
My
Please.
love.
What's
Pocket,
up,
dog.
Santiago?
What else? There's a lot of
Hey,
people
We,
in this
we
joint.
gonna try to be good today, man. You already know, man.
I ain't been on this joint in a minute. How y'all be?
How you feeling? I ain't seen you in a hundred, dog.
Right. I see you changing your look
Is
up too. You got the
facts.
Santiago
bucket too.
alarmed?
You have to do it. I just got this boy yesterday, so I'm about to change some things up.
Right.
I can bring the patch back out. I mean, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Is Santiago the person at the top above
Yeah.
me? Hey,
Not much.
Hmm.
What y'all talking about?
I think was somebody still talking? I think I messed up. I interrupted
Is that
somebody.
Petty Sam talking
No, she
about
was on mute. It was Gigi speaking to
she's a
Santiago.
lone
Oh,
wolf
okay.
kind of girl?
Huh? Oh, you talking about, yeah, Petty was talking about she moves to the beat of her own drum.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Is Petty looking for somebody similar like her though?
She's married.
Oh,
That's Take.
oh no, I got my person. I
Ah,
don't found my person. Oh no, no worries. I'm on a. You too loud. Lord Jesus. Y'all see this? I'm talking to y'all, trying to mind my own damn business.
Somebody bothering you.
He was like, it's just great. No, it's okay, love. Bumblebee tuna. But no, I don't know. I'm weird, bro. I've never been the female that was like, ooh, I want attention. Or, ooh, like, if it happened, it was like, I'm the awkward one. Like, I'm the one with, like, when I was single, go out with my friends, but I'm the one standing in the corner. You know what I mean? Not because I don't want people to see me. I don't want all the attention. It used to blow my mind. Like, we'd be out and men would be like, oh, I want to talk to her. And I'm like, damn, like, there's chicks in here, like, half naked, shaking ass, trying to get your attention. Like, I'm way over here in the cut, minding my business. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't, that's just
Petty,
always,
I
it's
have
always
a
been me.
feeling you experience getting attention a lot when you were younger? Like
You
like a
talking about me?
kid,
I did.
Petty,
Yeah.
Oh, like,
Petty?
because
from my
sometimes
family
that
and stuff.
happens. No,
Oh,
so,
not,
like when I
Petty.
go ahead.
oh God, that's loud. Oh, no, no, continue, babe.
I was just saying that sometimes you can start getting attraction too young, and it makes you feel uncomfortable. So then, when you start to come of age, when you know, the opposite track. I'm sorry, that's the wine. The
Mhm.
opposite gender is attracted to you. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable. And I think
Yep.
that happens a lot when women are, beautiful or shapely or whatever gifts they have. They can get attention really young. And that happened to me. And so by the time I got to teens, I was putting up walls.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I understand that because
I get that.
I was similar to because I was the only girl out of seven boys. So primarily it was everything that I needed to do. I was in etiquette classes. It was things that I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
in ways that I needed to be. And when I got old enough to date, it was like I didn't like it. I still don't like attention. And
Right.
I don't know how to say thank you to compliments because it's like I'm just a human. Why are you complimenting something when you have the same thing? Like
Yeah. And usually there's ulterior motives behind them.
hmm
Yeah,
Mhm.
I get that.
So, uh, who was I think he already answered it though. So, Santiago, how you feel about the topic, man?
You said, why do people want to work out?
Yeah, what? Thank you, Petty. Petty,
I don't
petty.
know the topic. I mean, I don't know what
So
y'all
the
was
topic
on.
is, I got distracted. That ADHD kicked in. My bad. Why do people want to work out, be the best version of self when they leave the relationship instead of during the relationship?
Question. I don't know. It's a time that where sometimes people want to reflect on, like, their past, so they want to get better from their past,
Hmm.
and maybe that's one of the things they had plans to do, and then they then probably didn't think they had time to do. So that's shit. That's when I start working out.
Hmm. Is it like a motivation or?
Yeah, there you
Because
go.
I know
Thank
it's
you.
many things. Sometimes it can be a flex or something to prove or
Yeah,
trying to
revenge.
get your mind off something, a way to relieve the stress. And just like you
Yeah.
said,
No, I'm saying there you go. Like that's exactly what it was. It was just motivation. Like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be better for my next person.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I got a homeboy, Kev, that does bodybuilding. And when he first joined the military or whatever, he was real scrawny, right? He's real skinny. And then he was engaged to this young woman. And then ever since then, I mean, he is addicted to working out. He avoids relationships, and that's all he wants to do is work out.
Wait,
He has a fear of relationships. He's
Yeah.
replaced relationships with working out. So
Right.
now he's
That
done
won't
all
break
these
his heart.
competitions. He's won so many competitions, and now he's getting bored with that. So now he's trying to look for somebody, but he's replaced it.
oh, I get you. That threw my brain off. I'm like, what the? That was I didn't know you can get addicted to. I guess you can. I guess you
He's
Yes, you
can.
can.
addicted. He's in the gym like all the time. He doesn't really have any days off. And then he follows, what's his name?
CC Fletcher.
No. Oh my gosh, I listen to him every morning. He's the Navy SEAL.
Oh, that dude, he be cussing people out and all that stuff. Skinny dude.
And all that.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
He does motivational speeches.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
Yeah.
he black, ain't he? He
Yeah,
black.
he's bald-headed.
Shredded.
Shredded, bald headed.
Yep.
I can't think of his name. What the
can't either, and I listen to him every morning. That's
Yeah,
sad.
that dude, the dude with the
David
bald
Goggins.
That's, yeah, that is saying. You say every morning and still forgot.
His name is
David
David
who?
Goggins. David Goggins.
Okay, there,
Okay.
there you go.
And,
And let me just
he's like
say
him.
that
He's in the gym like him.
all of my military friends are like that. Even Nasia, who just joined, Nasia, it seems like they give you the discipline to work out and make that your life-saving grace, so to speak. I don't know anyone in the military who doesn't appreciate working out and doesn't stick to it.
Oh, now you do.
Who that? Who said that?
That was
Jane.
Jane. That was Jane.
Oh,
Yeah, now you know someone. Because I couldn't stand working out then, and I don't like working out now.
okay. But are you in shape
Another thing
though?
too, a lot
Because
of dudes
just
that go to
because you
prison
don't
do
like
that
it
too.
doesn't mean that you don't do it.
I'm unhealthy because I decided not to treat my body properly for years.
Okay,
So
girl. So if you
I
ever want to
encourage
get
working
onto
out.
accountability, we can hook up.
Okay. Because I'm trying to find someone to. I need a little bit of push and motivation. You know what I'm saying? To work out again.
Yeah.
Trying to get back
Okay,
to that
cool.
point. Yeah. Let
We'll
me go ahead and follow
DM.
you. Okay.
I like these point of views.
The only thing you need is to break up with your partner. That
That's
gives you
sad.
as much motivation as you need.
So I think the whole point of me saying this, right? Because I do research and stuff, but the reason I'm getting to this is because it's like I'm trying to let people understand that it ain't cool to be comfortable in a relationship, man. You should always try to be the best version of yourself in general. You know what I'm saying? Because I think once you get comfortable or the relationship get comfortable, I think stuff start falling and stuff. Or you got to put in some type of work. You know, and what do I know? I'm not in a relationship, but it's just, I just feel like that just only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, and that's probably why a lot of stuff has failed. We ain't got that same energy we had when we first started and stuff. So we get comfortable then we done got used to each other, especially after somebody smashed or something like that. It's really over. You see when that one, see how the dude changing and she changing, like, I didn't worry about it later and all that stuff. At first, you was a yes man and all that stuff at first, or everybody. And she had the nice voice, like you should, baby, all that little stuff. Then they got out the door as soon as you smash.
Well, Kev, let me ask you something.
That's why.
Are you referring to complacency? Because comfortability, right, should make me feel like I can come to you and talk to you about anything that I need, I want, talk to you about what makes you happy. But complacency is when you take that for granted, unless I'm wrong.
You got me want to look that up. Give me a second.
Please do, because I didn't.
What
I
the
usually come prepared.
we all about to be on something. Hey, I ain't gonna even lie. I don't know everything. I might sound smart. I don't know everything. Place.
Oh, thank you, Love Muffin.
Thank you, G.I. Jane, for giving those gifts.
Showing smug, uncritical satisfaction, achievement, self-satisfied. Pleased. That sounds like somebody need to be that. They need to be complacent. Because some people ain't satisfied and never be satisfied. I don't know. That sounds like a good thing. I'm trying to see. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Proud, pleased, content, satisfied, gratified. That sounds good.
That
Maybe,
does sound good.
that sounds good. The more I keep reading it. Okay, hold on. Now that's the bad. Wait, so this means a lot. Slack, lax, lazy. How did this get bad?
Yes, that part. From one extreme
What?
to the other.
What are we looking up?
Complacent.
Complacency. Complacent.
I looked at complacent,
But
so
that
it's like,
second part is what I was thinking about.
and that's all similars. All this I read in the same similars, and it ain't even. That's crazy. And the opposite is this satisfied, humble. And that's a good thing.
Okay.
Wait, dissatisfied? What? They confuse my brain. I can't be reading that stuff like that right now. I can be dissatisfied, then humbled at the same. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. It shows that there's many meanings to one word. I guess you know what I'm saying. I guess it's based off of how you
Yes.
use it. That's what it sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's that double-edged sword, basically. So, but it's
Right.
like balance. Like we be talking about, balance is the key to everything. So you got too much of something, too less of something. You can love somebody too much, love them too less. So you know what I'm saying. So I mean, you got to balance it. Everything got to be
Right.
balanced. Everything might sound good, but I mean, I don't even know. It sounds weird me saying maybe too much peace can be something. Is that? I guess because yeah, if you have too much peace, you'll be kind of blinded to reality after that. So I guess. So yeah, you need
Kind
balance
of
with everything.
complacent.
Yeah.
Huh?
Kind of complacent.
About to learn something tonight. So I guess what I mean it as in with like they, people just don't put in their work. They don't work. They don't work on self. I mean, even though I understand, like that's why I say people try to be the best version they can, or be, as they can be at the moment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff you got to work on, especially attitude. I tell people the first thing you should work on when you working on self is your emotions. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, everything else can, come into play. Because a lot of people just want to work on everything else, but then again, you got a problem with snapping at somebody, and like what the freak? That's one of the main things you got to work on before you go to the relationship, anyways, or just connecting with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that got to work on every single day, anyways. You got to work on that every day. You got to work on your spiritual connection. I don't know if people believe in God or something like God or not. Got to work on your connection with him, her, whatever y'all want to call them. You know what I'm saying? Work on that connection with, um, just work, physical, all that stuff. Like all that stuff got to be daily. It's dang near daily. So it's always something you got to work on. But I was meaning with we'll say complacent. We gotta use that word or comfy or whatever. That'd be the problem. They stop doing all that stuff because they probably only complacent because they getting buns or you know what I'm saying, y'all having fun or whatever, because that'd be the biggest blind. As long as you getting that, you kind of happy on that situation, but then reality start hitting, it start hitting like what the freak, this person got too much attitude and all that something, this is how I be, what the freak. So yeah, that'd be the problem. That's why I was meaning they do all that after they get out of a relationship. Now they want to work on all that stuff for fixing their attitudes and stuff, but yeah, we gonna get to it though.
And then when you're in a good relationship, you put on happy weight, You start becoming
Girl,
complacent.
what?
Not
Not
the
the college 15.
Yes.
yeah, man.
That's just roll.
The happy may be great, but it doesn't just go to the areas where you like, yay, this is looking nice. It be going everywhere.
Oh,
Like, nah, just stay in this certain
real
areas.
rap.
Right.
Just say,
Like instead of the back, why don't you push down to the butt?
You know what I'm
Or
saying?
the tummy
push
to
that,
the
push
hips.
it.
Listen, I had, I had told my husband this morning. Actually, I was like, "Babe, you see this back here?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yo, you did that. That's you." Because I didn't have that coming into this relationship. Like,
You put that
like
there.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, this is you all day. This is, you know what I mean? Because I forget what we were talking about. And he was like, what did I give you? And I was like, this. You don't see all this ass, baby? This is all you. You did all of this.
So did he
And I was
just hit it
like,
again?
yeah.
There you go,
Okay,
Xander.
that's
I
good.
like your answer right there. I like that. I
Listen,
like
I
that.
just got off of work. I just got off of work early because he sent me like a little cute emoji. Like, wait till I get home. And I was like, okay, I'm off now. What are we doing? Like, we ain't got no kids. Don't mind me, y'all.
No, you
Don't
happy.
mind
That's a good
Hey,
thing.
you that right? Exactly.
I'm enjoying it for you because the way I think about relationships, I'm never gonna find what I'm thinking about. I have someone that puts up with me, but that's about it. So
You
I
said
love,
put
I
up
give
with you.
love. Put up with
You
me
done said that.
completely.
Oh my. Why would you say that?
Just well, she does. She puts up with me.
Oh. Oh, you said you got somebody. Okay,
Yep.
you threw me off for a minute. Okay. I thought you said I need somebody to put up with me.
Oh
Like
no,
what?
she put up with me. You know.
So that means she's willing to wait on you to, do your thug this, man.
I don't know what
That's
she
cool.
waiting on. I ain't changing no time soon. I don't know what she waiting on. I'm
So
not
you
in the
said
street.
I literally mean put up with me.
Right. Like I'm not a 304. I'm not in the streets, but I don't want to be complacent. I
Yeah, that's
don't
definitely right. Let's go ahead and we got to get that word on our head now, and people understand something.
right. And I don't
So
want
the
nobody that can't work on them. They got to be able to work on themselves. And if I see like they're neglecting themselves or negating things that are important to them that, you know, involves just them and their personal growth, I don't want to deal with it. Not long
Hmm.
term.
yeah. Yeah. Because that's the main thing, right? That's the thing that probably motivates people to keep doing what they need to do and make time for it that they did in the beginning, you know? It's the
Hmm.
motivating themselves.
Hmm. And I'm a B word. So
Oh my.
What that
yeah,
is? The
I ain't gonna say that.
biatch?
Yep. Yeah, I'm terrible. That's why I said put up with me because I'm at the point in life right now where it's like I got me, I have my 4 kids. I got to move myself out of the way so I can raise them to be next. Because my time is up when it comes down to a lot of things in life. It's either going to circulate, it's going to come back around when they're grown or it's not. So my main focus is making sure that my daughters coming up, they have successful lives and they have a successful family and spouse, and my sons as well. I ain't got time to be sitting around doing nothing else. My time is already filled up with everybody else's stuff.
So why do you say you're a B word in trying to fulfill those legacies and that positivity?
Well, I'm a B word because I'm very blunt, and the opposite of that is an asshole. So the female word, I'm very aware of
Okay.
that. I'm a no nonsense type of person, and
Oh, no
sometimes when
nonsense.
you're
Okay.
where you're more logical than you are emotional about certain things, you're just blunt with it, and a lot of people just can't take that.
Yeah.
So
Including kids. Your kids be like tripping because you be telling them straightforward. But hey, that's the way it is.
yeah, well, I think because I start off early with them, telling them like even when they're newborns, I'm talking to them in the grocery store. I don't do baby talk. I have full conversations with my
Yeah.
newborns, and then they grow
Yeah.
older, and I keep the same type of energy with them. And we may become more open when they become teens because it's more things they have to learn. But they know that yeah, I can joke, I can laugh, but when it comes down
Yeah.
to me being a parent, it's just this is just that, and I needed to make sense to them because it makes plenty of sense to me. And that's how I am
That's
with everybody in
wise.
my life.
Yeah, that's wise.
Hmm?
Yep. I don't do the baby talk either.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
They
goo
make
goo,
noise.
a
I'm like,
gaga.
oh, you like that?
I asked them what they
This is
want to eat, and
called
they
a
still
so
be
and
on breast
so.
milk. I be like, "You want some crackers?" And they be on breast milk. I be asking
Uh-uh.
them their
I used
opinion.
to find that irritating when my friend did it, but it makes sense though. It made sense when I got a little older. I'm like, why are you talking to them like they know what you talking about or something?
They do.
But it's all about and I feel it though.
It helps development.
Yeah, I can see too, because the kids are sponges, man. They'll catch on.
They still can act slow.
Right.
All the time. Yeah, they sure can, especially with all the stuff they on the iPads. This, that,
Uh-huh.
can't hear
Mommy, I swear I didn't hear that.
that part.
What are you talking
Good
about?
information going somewhere.
I gotta holler across the
Yeah.
house, and then they come slow, like it's a
Oh
mansion.
my God.
Like they coming from
Oh,
10 miles.
is there no purpose? Is there no fire? It's like they some
I
slow
don't
people.
speak no English now. But let you say candy or ice cream, they there in 3 seconds.
Hmm.
Okay, there we go.
Or money. I got a cash app for you. Then they'll rush your phone.
Now do them dishes. Switch it up on them. That's- yeah.
Yeah, I don't want no. Ain't got time for no relationship, child. If they leave me now, it's
Sick.
gonna be back rows. It's gonna be back rows.
I mean, isn't that? Do you say you basically in one though? I thought.
I have a situationship.
Okay, I got you. I get you. I feel you. I feel you. Had that a while ago in my early days, and talk like I'm an old man. Back in back in my days. It's like no, but yeah, all right. I know. I
I'm so
feel you
tired of
though.
you.
So,
Huh?
Kev, let me ask you a question. What do you think about people who want to be their best after the relationship is over and they moved on? Well, why do you think that happens?
Um, I know it's 100 ways. It's 100 ways for real. I mean, 100 reasons. My bad. Oops. But I think majority of the time it's to flex. As I've been seeing through my experience, it'd be most of the time. I'm not saying I was one of them, you know what I'm saying? But it'd be the flex or to show they ex that I told you, you know what I'm saying, to prove something, and then as soon as they get a relationship, they back looking like the same person they were before, or stuff like that, or being the same person. So most of the time, I think it's a flex or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like, if you're not trying your best daily, or trying to work on something daily, you know what I'm saying? Not just being yourself all the time. I think it's something we just gotta do for real to make bring a healthy relationship. Or, you know what I'm saying? It should work on both ends. 'Cause I don't want nobody being you know, complacent with me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna try my hardest in a relationship, you should try your hardest too. And I'm excuse free. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you aware of something, man, I feel like we gotta work on it. I'm not gonna tell you that. I know I gotta wash my feet and all that stuff, but just don't never do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got comfortable because nobody ain't talked about it. I know that's something I gotta work on, so I'm gonna get to washing them things or petty them things or something. So I don't know.
Right.
Try to use some try to quick thing. I couldn't think of that quick enough. But I'm just saying, I think it's something just like me myself, me being single. It's something I'm working on every single day, and I don't think that should stop. Even when you in a relationship, even though it's gonna be a little bit difficult because you gotta kind of adapt because it's not about you no more when you get in a relationship. It's about the relationship. Trying to make the best out of the
Yes.
relationship, marriage, or whatever. So you gotta try to do what's best for the family. But then again, you still want to be the best version of yourself daily. Well, I can't say the best,
Okay.
but I'm just or try your best, or figure something out better to make things, that you feel like you got to work on. Well, both ends should be like that, and I think both of them trying their best. It's gonna be a very healthy relationship. Hold each other accountable. Put all the stuff I talk about, that we got to work on daily. So,
Yes. Well, I think that when you're ready, that person is going to receive a nice, very nice gem that's going to be very valuable. So, yes, you have a lot to offer. And Tara Hawk said, you always want to be better than you were. And Zandor said, life is about being comfortable in your skin and finding someone who feels the same. Yeah, those are good points.
thought about I don't
Nice.
get that one. Wait, life is about
Being
a comfortable
comfortable in who
word got
you
to me
are.
right there. That's what threw my brain.
Oh yeah, we were working with
Or
that word comfortable,
or that
Zandor.
complacent word. I don't even want to hear neither one of those dealing with that. I feel like me myself. I'm the opposite. I feel like you got to put in work every single day. I think if you do get
Yeah.
comfortable or complacent, that becomes a problem. When you work on yourself, when you are ready for a relationship. Yeah, you got to know what you want to. For real. A lot of people be thinking they know what they want. They, you know what I'm saying, and they got to be like I ain't gonna say you want what you want. You gotta know what you need. You know, so that'd be the problem. Everybody be wanting these things, and the wants only they only work for so long. You know, if you find a person that's it's like me. I need peace. You know, I need understanding. I need, certain connections and stuff, certain things, I need and stuff, but not going, because if I go off once, it's going to be fat booty, and it's going to be, got to talk, all this other stuff, but I realized a lot of us don't go off our knees and stuff, so.
Facts.
So how do you transfer that? Like, like let's say G.I. Jane, she's busy with 4 kids, she has things she's working on, and let's say y'all just got to know each other better. This is hypothetical, of course. So how do you translate you need peace and you need the other things to someone else who's always on the move and has to accomplish things?
Um, what the heck? I thought ain't we both supposed to be on the move together? I thought it was a team. Well, I said
Okay.
one person doing so
Okay.
much.
So
Yeah, I
Kev,
think
no,
it,
you don't
no, I
have
don't want
kids,
to.
do you?
huh? What
You don't
happened?
have kids, do you, Kev? Yeah, I wouldn't date Kev
But
because
just hypothetically speaking,
right.
how do you translate that you need peace to someone who's used to being on the go, making decisions? Peace is not always part of that.
So I
It's a
said
chaos
understanding them two
sometimes.
things.
Oh
It
no,
gotta
you
be.
can. I mean, it's all how. And let me say this first. I'm so sorry to cut y'all off, Kev. I didn't mean it like slighted. I'm saying I wouldn't date you because I've been approached by men that don't have children and they might have been married or not married. And my whole thing is it's almost like robbing them of a freedom that they have that I've never had being an adult.
Oh yeah, I got you when you said it. I understood as
Right.
soon as you said it
Right.
too.
Yeah, and I've
I,
Okay.
been approached, and I'm talking about these were men that were great men. They had, they were very successful. They chose the route of finding a wife first, and then having children. Some of them they never got to the children, but I would always tell them like I can't go on the vacations with you, and it would feel like I'm getting in the way if I can't. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want me to come, I can't just drop everything. You know what I
Well, where
mean?
they at now, girl?
Girl, I don't know. Some of them are friends, and then I found out we were better off as friends. A couple of them are
but
dating.
yeah. I
Okay.
think it depend on it just you gotta. That's why I say it's all about understanding the person. That's why I make sure I highlight it, understanding in there. Besides peace, I think if you get a person that
Okay.
understand your situation, they gonna try to find, and that word Xander used, they gonna compromise with you if they feel like they're willing to do it. So it's just all about just trying to get to know a person and seeing, because like I can understand like you feel for the next person and stuff, but it's just like it's up to you got to you when you start learning your person that you're talking to and stuff. You could be able to tell like if they I don't know. It's just like, and it's all about the vetting stuff, and how they talk and all that, and what they really their purpose is, and what they really looking for, and if what they feel like what you have to offer is willing to compromise with, that's you will be able to figure that stuff out. It just take time for real. Yeah.
Yes, and I think it needs to be patience on both parts because sometimes we come into the relationship not knowing what it means to be patient or be understanding. We could be decent people, but that isn't our foundation. So, we both need to build on that and be patient with one another, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
Patience is.
what did Xandor, sorry, go ahead, Kev.
I ain't saying nothing. I was just saying patience. I was agreeing with you.
A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah,
The reason
I
why a
didn't
lot of
have
us is
it.
the main why we on TikTok now, because we lack patience.
Hmm.
But it made us the character we is today, so it
Yeah.
is what it is.
And
Rushing into
I grew up not in early years, but in later years in chaos. And that can make you impatient because that puts you in survival mode.
yeah,
Survival means keeping your head above water. And so you can't be very patient not to drown.
right.
You're
Feel
pretty
you on that.
impatient. Yeah.
Hey,
So sometimes we just don't know what it is, and we just don't know how to address it. We don't know how to appreciate it.
Xana said, but a real man is going to understand if kids are involved, whether he has them or not. I don't know what a real man is, just like I don't know the definition of a real woman. And I'm not speaking on anything under the rainbow. I'm just saying I don't know what it means to be this so-called thing real when it comes down
I
to
feel you on that. I get you on that though. I get what he trying to say though, but yeah, when he said that real man, it threw it up. I guess he's saying you when your guy, that guy, you know what I'm saying, that's meant to your situation, they're gonna understand. Basically the same thing I was saying. They're gonna understand your situation and they know what to. Well, since you like to say that word, put up with, you know what I'm saying? They know what they putting up with and stuff. So, and then they're going to be willing to compromise that situation, you know?
Yeah,
somebody that's
and
mature
be
enough to know that
open.
I'm going to be putting up with them too, because it's not going to, it's marriage
Right.
is never going to be 100%. You love this
Mm,
person and you just love everything about them, and you just want, because that is mirroring someone, which is dangerous. That's a codependency term when people say, "Oh,
mm,
I just want that perfect person." You want that person for you, and then it's certain things around there where it's like, a lot of people use the 80/20, where there's 80% all this good stuff, and then you have 20% that you may not like. You don't like them picking their teeth.
Right.
So what? You move forward from it. You know what
the
I'm saying?
flaws.
Right. Small
Yeah,
things
because
that we
that
want to
is
say
a
are flaws, but they're not really flaws. It's just
yes.
irritants, you know.
And those aren't deal breakers. Sometimes we can look at them like they're, the end of the world if we're really self focused. And as Kev says, sometimes selfish.
Mm.
We can think picking your teeth is like the end of the world because you did it around my friends, but that's not a deal breaker.
Oh yeah, the 80/20. I'm sorry. I said 80/30, child. What numbers am I
No,
catching up
you said
to?
20.
I did.
You
Okay.
said
Because I'm,
20.
I'm over here hitting my pen.
And
So let me
Keith said
calculate.
70/30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, it's not perfection.
Yeah,
And Nasir
yeah.
says patience, both a defensive and an offensive skill
So,
set.
yeah.
How do you mean that? Because I know basketball, honey. So what we talking about? We talking about not making the baskets, or we talking about dunking on somebody?
Uh-oh. Luckily, the world will never end.
I don't
Everything
know about
slows
that.
down. You can basically anticipate the next move. That comes with an understanding too. See, like everything going back to what I was talking about. Understand,
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
okay. Good subject, Kev.
Another word that our generation doesn't know anything about is
No, no,
understanding.
no. They know how to reply though.
Mm-hmm. And I let my dad know. I'm like, you dropped the ball with a lot of good things you supposed to taught me about. Like, I'm very vocal about that. I'm like, you told me about business, okay, but okay, whatever about business. You know what I'm saying? You didn't give me all the values that I'm supposed to have to go out in the world to be able to be successful, and not financially. Money's easy, all the other things that we're supposed to have, respect, learning and understanding what respect is from both sides, not just what I think respect is, but how to be able to give it as well, how to be able to receive and give love. Those things are not taught, and
G.I. Jane.
mhm.
I still want us to hold each other accountable for working out, but I'm going to ask you, isn't that a bit high standard? How can we as parents and me as a grandparent and great grandparent, I can still walk with you now. I'm still strong, right, Kev? How can we give someone everything they need? That isn't possible. Your father could not give you everything, so he gave you the strengths that he was comfortable with giving you. I'm sure, and I'm sure you could say that as a parent as well. You give the best of what you know how, but everything we can't. That's perfection.
Well, I see it like this because both my parents were military, and then my father remarried to someone in the military. So they didn't have like a great deal of time. But things like money, that's something that's easily taught. You see what I'm saying? But things like
Yes.
respect and honor and confidence, things like that, those are
Okay.
the baselines that you should be teaching, period. Those are the baselines of understanding security within self. That's how you move forward in life. Now, making the money,
Yes.
that comes with all those values that you have. But he taught me how to be business. He didn't teach me how to be connected with myself. And,
Agreed.
and as a parent,
But
when
did
my
he know
children get
how?
older, I don't think he did, but
Okay.
ignorance is not substitute to consequence. So
Girl, you're getting into law now.
So when the information is out there, it's out there. That's how generational curses continue, or they either start because somebody says, well, well, that's not his. Well, it is. It's both of my parents' fault because they were both selfish. They've had other examples around them. There's other family members that had successful relationships and they were successful through in and throughout, but they chose not to understand that. They chose to stay on that same, that same narrow path. And then that's how they talk. So I always let my father know, because I know one thing: when my kids get older, I definitely want to know of my flaws and things that I did not do, or either I would end up seeing it for myself, and I don't want to see it.
Okay. Nasia said
Well,
yes. Yes to what, friend?
well, we gotta remember, everything happened for a reason, man. It wasn't meant. It wasn't meant, man. If it was to work out back then, that type of way, you wouldn't be who you are for real. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people to never regret their past or feel bad for certain situations, because everybody at the end of the day is trying. So everybody trying to,
Yeah.
they mix between trying with their situation and trying to live the best life they can for them. You know what I'm saying? That's what all of us doing.
Yeah.
We can't really
And
get all
G.I.
the way mad
Jane's.
because somebody had chose their life.
Yeah.
It's like we could have fell into the same situation
Okay.
if we was them. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what we do. We don't have the same mentality as them. Even if you say that's your dad and your father and your mother, but they y'all don't have the same mentality. And I think
No,
it, like most of this stuff is for us to just to learn from them. You know what I'm saying? To do
right,
something different from them, or
right,
change that or break that curse. You know what I'm saying?
right. And they
And
still
G.I.
can.
Jane, you sound pretty awesome.
Oh,
I
Oh, yeah,
thank
mean,
you.
you
she
sound,
fire. She
and
spitting them gems.
yeah, she sounds fun. So I don't know. And I say this as a great grandmother, that it's always a learning process. And there are things that I'm glad my daughter learned without me specifically teaching her. It helps to make her an individual, helps to make her wiser. Some things that we just don't, we can't measure up to. I don't know why. Maybe it's the eras we come from and how we look at things we need to talk to our children about. But you sound like you turned out pretty darn good to me.
Oh yeah, he did his best. My father raised me, and one thing he knows that I'm never gonna do is I'm never gonna shadow the truth. We have conversations like adults. I don't see him as that's my dad. Mom passed away, but I don't see that as, even talking to my stepmom. I see us as all adults, and just like they taught me, I can also teach them.
Right.
Like in certain situations with my brothers that he dropped the ball. As a woman, I'm going to tell you, looking at you as a man, you dropped the ball. This is the reason why you got this outcome. Now you can fix it, or at least attempt to fix it.
Hey,
So therefore,
Gigi,
you
mute,
won't.
mute up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was water.
I hope so. It don't scare me like that. I'm like, somebody got too complacent in here.
Right? Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Good. What you was saying, Jane?
Um, yeah, like my father and his relationship with my brothers, all seven of them, it's dysfunctional, but his relationship with me is different. But me coming in, I'm looking as I'm woman talking to man. I'm no longer daughter talking to father. We can still teach. To become an elder, you must always be ever learning things, and
Mm-hmm.
being able to change along with how the world is changing and shifting. So
Yep.
if I can't teach you, then what am I doing? Because we're both adults and we're both growing into our older years. Why can't I tell you this is how you can fix this relationship? Because I'm on the outside looking in and I care, versus somebody else that they don't care, or they'll try to dismantle it even more. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at him for what, he raised me to the best of his ability from what he's known, and he's in his 70s. So
Mm-hmm.
he grew up during a whole different time era.
You just made me think of something. That's the topic I'm gonna do tomorrow though. Cause I got a topic I've been waiting to do on that one it's about the parents and stuff. So yeah, oh man.
It
So I'm
always
just
takes
trying
me
to
back.
see how parents be like. I'm trying to raise them to be the better version of me or something like that, right?
I can't. Ugh, I don't think
But it's
that.
like, as soon as you get better, they hating. You know what I'm saying? It'd be weird. Who you telling? I put you in this world and all this stuff. You think you smart? You think today years old? No. But I can't wait. So tomorrow, you just made me think of the topic I'm gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah, I still hear that. I've been on this planet for 72 years, and I'm like, I don't
You just
care.
came out my nutsack.
But yeah, I can't stand that. That's the parents that live through their children. Those are those parents, the better versions. They're not even they're their own version. They're them.
Yeah, we gotta hear each other out, man. There's a problem, man. We gotta hear each other out.
As people.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's crazy. What the frick? Oh, this phone tripping.
To be
That's what.
open to learning. You're not an elder if you stop learning. Facts. You're definitely not an elder if you stop learning.
That's facts. What? This agreement number 15 probably for me and Terry. You know what's so funny though? What's so funny is like, cause it's like, even though me and Terry don't agree on a lot of stuff though, but it's like they ain't the first. It's not the first person that's like that though. I literally, like, you already know how long I've been on this live. It's always be like few people that just like, I'm either like right and they just left. You know what I'm saying? Then it'd be a few little things we might agree on every now and then. Like me and Tooshay, me and him go back and forth all day. He's stronger what he believe in, and I'm stronger what I believe in and stuff. But it's crazy though. It'd be like that though. As long as we in here learning from each other, that's all that matters.
I like your
But I
topic,
had some
though.
people that just can't take me and be up out of here like, man, forget you.
You had that sometimes. It's always peaceful when I come over here.
Yeah. But everybody don't like everything I talk about, because I talk about the stuff that people scared to talk about. What you mean by that? Some people want to stay victim mentality. I'll be unlocking that out of a lot of people too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so big on accountability that I don't like hearing excuses. So I'm gonna speak on it. That's why the room is we hold accountable here. So that's the reason why I say that, because I feel like that's the only way we can grow. It's the only way we can grow, man. We got to tell each other about anything that we feel like is that could be holding us back, even if we feel like it ain't holding us back. You know what I'm saying? And if we got to question it, you know what I'm saying? Just say why you feel that way or something like that. But, you know, that's all it is. That's how we all going to be able to better one another. So we don't know everything.
Facts. Well, at least everybody ain't pulling out the dictionary on every little word.
Hold on, let me look what every
See
little
y'all
word
do
look like.
that.
Hold on.
And I'll be waiting in the queue, and then I'm like, never mind, because I'm gonna have to pull my dictionary up for everything. What do you mean by went?
When is the time that
Nope,
I
Kieth doesn't do
debate?
that, but I usually do come prepared with,
Speaking of, they're gonna one
anything.
of the other people that I cannot get, that we can't see eye to eye on. And she's
Who
second
that?
place though. The one that just shared the live, Queen.
Oh, what's up, Queen Miller?
That's funny. It's like she just heard the hold up. You said a person that don't agree with you. Hold up, I'm on my way.
Look,
I'm sorry
look,
with me.
Vandor said shots fired. What you talking about?
Shots fired.
I
Who
know.
done shot
What he talking about,
somebody?
man? What you talking about?
She said, don't start with me.
I know.
Don't even start.
I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why she ain't been in my room like that, because she can't.
Talking about complacent. No, we needed to look that up because it means two different things at the same time.
But
So I needed to
Right.
see that because I always thought it was like just being content, just almost
that's what I
like
think.
you're at a standstill.
And I always use the second definition when I refer to that word.
I think those are just similarities of that word. I guess like I said, I guess it depends on how it's used. Let me see. You got me want to look it up again. Let me see.
I'm not. It said two different
Go ahead and
things.
hurt your head. I had to hurt my head earlier.
I was rereading that like, yeah, mm-mm.
It's a word called I'm all right, Jack. What the
Well,
wise him?
conversate is in a dictionary, but English is a
Is
bachelor
it
language.
really?
Yes, it is.
Oh man, there was a time it was a fight not to put that word in there because it
Here
wasn't
she
a
go.
word. It
I
was
took a break from
converse.
TikTok. It's not you, Kev. I can't deal with you TikTok men. I
Okay.
love it.
What's up,
Complete.
Sandor?
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
What's the deal, Sender?
Complacency. The definition of complacency: a feeling of smug or uncritical
Uncritical
satisfaction
satisfaction.
with
Mm-hmm.
oneself or one's achievements.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always refer to it as. So
Yes,
complacent and complacency is going to give you slightly different or opposite definitions, right?
Oh, complacency. Let me look that up.
I just said,
Complacent.
I just said complacency.
Right, because
Oh,
that's
it's
a
the same thing. They both
derivative
the
of
same thing then.
complacent.
Because I was reading
Okay.
complacent. It's the same definition.
Okay.
Smugness. They threw that as similarities. Laxity. Laziness.
Sensitive.
Right. Well, I'm
Smug.
trying to. Ain't that some ish?
Right? But
Cause
Xandor,
me.
what do you feel about the question? How do you want to reply to the question at hand?
Well, why do people work out? Be your best version of yourself when they leave the relationship instead of during.
Yes. Tutu brought that up yesterday too.
All right, it kind of throws me with the way it's written, but um,
Well, Kev does that.
yeah, that definitely throws me. But you know what? If a person is in a relationship and they do something to improve their quality of life and then leave the relationship, they were only using that person for a period of time. They wasn't in love. They wasn't really invested. I think there was just like a stopover.
Mm.
Like a one night stand?
Like, yeah, well, not like a one night stand, maybe like a year long stand.
So
Okay.
that's weird though. So even with that, like, why want to work out and all that? Nah, you know what I'm saying? They sound
But
like it
that, but
seemed
that,
like it's.
but that's what I'm saying. What I don't know what motivates a person to want to
Mm,
get themselves together like that, to where they feel that once they gotten together, they want to leave. I don't get
mm,
it.
mm.
That I don't understand. But
Are
I
you
do
saying
know that.
that, Kev?
No, 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 no. I'm saying when they leave,
Okay.
like after they leave, then they decide to say, "Oh, I'm about to be the best me and all this stuff and work on
Oh, wait
self."
a minute. Wait a minute. Did I'm lost at what you're saying? I'm lost. What do you?
Okay. So,
I see a lot of shame and that happen in relationships just here on TikTok when I'm scrolling, and it's like my partner said I was too fat, and then they transformed and now they're
Mm,
lit. You know what I'm saying? But what does that do to the psyche when it comes down to it? Because you really did this still for someone else. You didn't do
mm-hmm,
it for you. You still had someone else in mind. You allow someone else to fuel your drive for that, which is nothing wrong with that because sometimes you need other people's energy for that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, it's still, how do you feel about yourself at that point? Because you still have people that are
but
still depressed in their new bodies.
if you're overweight, though, you know before someone influenced you. You may accept yourself. You may feel great, sexy, healthy. But if you're supposed to be at 175 and you're at 275, you know there's a difference,
yeah, I
right?
told you it's a lack of honesty nowadays, though, because a lot of people don't want to. They want people to take me as I am type situation, right? So it's like nobody don't want to really look in them, especially when it comes to accountability or got to check yourself, right? Because one thing I know is a lot of people can check everybody else, but when it comes to self and looking in that mirror, it's a whole nother thing. Like, I don't know who you is, but let me go ahead and break this mirror and talk to that person back there. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. It's a lot of things we lack honesty and stuff because it's all a confidence thing. And I think once we start being honest with ourselves, we can build our confidence. But a lot of us look for validation through other people and you know, who can validate the way I feel, who can, even if they lying to something, it made them feel good. Don't even think about it, King, man. I chill. I didn't do nothing today. Or did I do something today? I did.
What's
So
up,
yeah.
King?
But when you say that's still like validation, because if you're still thinking about the next person and, oh my, first of all, how you look, you should just say, this is what I wanted to do. It shouldn't have a clause of my ex or whatever. So you're still looking to validate.
Yep. That's a problem. Well, you don't do it for self yet. That's looking for some type of validation and stuff.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, see, I'm because like I said, I'm trying to catch him. I'm trying to catch up here. Now, you said be your best version of self when they leave the relationship instead of during. So when you say during, you're talking about when they were working out and trying to become the best person. Is that what you're
When they
saying?
Yes.
were
Yes.
together.
Basically they get
When they,
complacent.
yeah, yeah.
What up, Tom?
Hey, Tony.
Yeah, because
Zaxi.
everybody want to try their best when they lead a relationship, and I feel like that's one of the biggest problems and stuff. People want to get lazy. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? They get comfortable. Now they getting petered down and all that stuff or whatever. Now they like, hey, you know what I'm saying? They get too comfortable nowadays, and then when the
Not the
attitudes
Peter
come up and all
down.
that stuff, they don't work on that no more. They don't, all that stuff that they started off doing, it just started dropping. You know what I'm saying? They stop being.
I guess we don't want to talk about the Peter down too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
I
that'll
think
that'll stop somebody feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that blinds you. It make you feel like, hey, there's nothing I got to do, nothing I got to work on. Because that's how I be though.
what's up,
Sometimes
King?
they not saying nothing about it, so they still hitting it. That's how I be.
So is it wrong telling? Is it a
Oh,
wrong way
now I
to
get it.
express? Because if I'm getting overweight and
Mhm.
it's a health concern, of course, if you're obese, right?
Yeah.
I would want my partner to say, "Hey, I don't care if hey, you getting fat." Like I wouldn't care because it's the truth. Why would I not accept the truth from somebody that I say that I love and I care about? Because everybody else is thinking it, but they're not saying it. If they do say it, then
Spidey.
the truth is still the truth.
People can't take it though. You already know, and just like you already know, you honest with yourself anyway. A lot, about I would say, dang near feel like 80% of the world is really not honest with themselves. That's why they got to cover up with certain things and fake things, all put dye in hair and stuff. I'm not doing that. Forget all that junk. That great patch gonna show. But I'm just saying, like all this stuff we do cover up because we care more about our image than our character. You know what I'm saying? So we rather work on our image and stuff and fit in, and you know what I'm saying. And it's the wrong thing.
Can't we
So
do both? Can I cover up my gray hairs and still be myself?
no,
Wait,
that's a
can you say it?
contradiction.
What? No, no, no.
How?
But I don't listen. I don't think that's a contradiction because
It's a
covering up
100% contradiction.
covering up your gray hairs is just trying to be the best version of yourself of what you feel it is. It's not about what everybody else
That's
thinks
lying to
about.
yourself, though. That mean you're
No,
not
no, no, no,
comfortable
no,
with
no, no.
yourself.
Listen, if you're more comfortable not showing your gray, why is that lying to yourself?
Because that's not you. You putting some paint on your hair. That's not you. That means you're not comfortable with self. You comfortable with that paint on your head.
But
That's what
you
you're
put
comfortable with.
clothes on every day.
Huh?
You wear pants every day.
Yeah.
I bleach my
Right.
hair, Kev,
For
but
survival?
I'm a ginger, and I bleach my hair.
You said, oh, you said,
So
I
you
get you.
so let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Kev. You
Okay.
go for a job application. You got gray hair. Do you dye your hair or do you just go in there with the gray hair?
Right here. It is what it is.
Ah, okay.
You don't put no
But the
Beijing
job, if
on
the
it.
job don't want to accept me
Okay.
because my gray hair, that job ain't meant for me.
Have you always
All
had
right.
gray hair?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I've had this little patch since my early 20s, I think. It started off like
Okay.
three strips.
Okay. I had a homegirl. She always
Man,
had gray
forget, I'm taking
hair.
this hat off after you said y'all talking about that. Now, let me show you. So
Right.
you be
I just
no,
think
I
it's
got a new
because
hat on.
I had a homegirl at high school.
He
She always
caught you.
had gray hair. Like all her life, she's always had gray hair. And I thought it was beautiful.
Stop edging that mustache. No, that's not the same, man. It's a difference between grooming and putting on makeup.
Well, I mean, that's just to me, makeup is not it's not altering, life altering. It's just something that you throw on and you throw off. It's primarily for,
It
self.
enhances you,
And it
It's
just
enhances,
like a
right,
push-up bra,
right.
right.
just like a
But that's
Victoria's Secret bra.
It's not a permanent alter. And my biggest thing with makeup, I don't wear makeup because I don't know how to do it. It's not that I don't like it because I enjoy all the ladies that do it, and it's beautiful. I just don't know what I'm doing. But and I feel like I look more masculine with it on. I don't like that. But I feel like when you're wearing hair or weave, because I wear weave too, when you're wearing weave and
hat on.
that becomes a part of you to the point where you don't start loving what's underneath that weave, when you don't buy the
Exactly.
good products
Thank
for
you. We
your
getting
own
somewhere.
hair, or when you are not comfortable enough being in the public without all the lashes and the makeup and stuff like that, I feel like then it's more of a persona issue.
Yeah. I actually
It's
talked
a
about this
crutch.
before, and people be calling themselves, "Oh, I look like a mess," and like, why are we talking like this? This is you at the end of the day. Why you gotta say you are not? That's how I tell people you are not your makeup, you are not your behavior. People be like, feel like when you check certain stuff like that, they feel like that's them, and it's sad that they got put in our mind that we feel like this stuff is us, and it's not. I don't know, like whoever taught us that, that's a part of a brainwash situation. So we continue buying from whatever they products that they selling and stuff. Is being comfortable with yourself or complacent. We can say that word, right?
And and you know
Complacent.
what? Being comfortable with yourself is one thing. Being comfortable around other people is another. If I got my head standing up on buckwheat and I'm laying down in my bed, I don't want to put my camera on social media
Hmm.
and talking about and trying to talk to you. No.
Are you talking about me now?
See what I'm saying? But like I said, when your confidence is so high, right? Once you build self confidence, because it's obvious it's showing
but,
you got to build your self
but
confidence.
wait a minute.
You don't care.
Wait a minute. There's a different level. There's a level between confidence and arrogance. Now
No,
listen,
not the
because
arrogance. Nah, arrogance when
I
you
think
be.
that listen. I think if you know that you look a mess and you just come on here any kind of way,
Oh,
I think that's arrogant.
I get you. You talk about like stanky looking, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of something, but I think I get what you're saying.
With
Like
your
you got to at
bride,
least still look
with
decent,
your
right?
Just a
nightgown,
hot
But
mess.
titties
it's
hanging all out. Yeah,
yeah. I feel
yeah. Come
you.
on.
I mean, it's a difference between being decent and then trying to cover up it, and that's two different things for real. Like, especially if,
But
like I say, if I
wait a
had
minute now.
my junk pushed
Wait a
back
minute
and
now.
something like that, I'm not
But
about to put
wait
a
a minute.
toupee on my
But
head
wait
to
a
look,
minute.
huh?
But wait a minute. Why is it two different things when you say people should be comfortable with themselves?
I mean, okay, I'm gonna put it this way. Like, I'm not about to come in here with my long nails and they got dirt on it. That's just too much comfort. That started being trifling. And if we want to go that far, we might as well just get on this boy stanking and don't put no soap on. But we know what the difference is. Like one of them is just keeping up with yourself, and one of them is actually putting a cover up to look presentable for the a person that probably, you know what I'm saying, that don't mean nothing anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
But
want
Okay.
to say hello to King, and I also want to point out something Terrahawk said that I think is significant. Enhancements, he's talking about external enhancements, do not change who you are inside. I think that's very important to note and remember. Hello, King.
Hey King, what's going on?
What's going on, my friend?
How are you?
What's happening?
Up here
Good
enhancements
in
doing
don't
yourself. This is
change.
an interesting conversation.
What say you?
So I think Kev is treading on a very, very, very thin line. You're saying grooming versus looking the way you want because that's based on wherever you going and who you around.
right.
If you're gonna be authentically who you are, let's stick with that topic. That means in whatever condition you find yourself, you're good with that. Now, you and I both know that ain't always a fact because if you got a significant other, sometimes you want to make yourself look a little bit more presentable for the environment that you're going to be in. Now, to y'all point though,
That part.
if if you are crutching on it. Your confidence is built upon how you're making yourself look. That's where you got to reassess what you're doing to yourself.
That's how
That's when
many
it
people you
becomes
think is
dangerous.
like that though?
Because if you can't get to that well,
That's by
let me say this.
90% of the people doing
I
that
think
is
it's
doing it
hard
because
to
they feel like that's
determine.
them.
Well, let me tell you this. Society deems that too. Go to a job interview and don't look the part that they're looking for and see what happens.
That part.
I feel you on that, and
Well,
that's where
didn't I say
grooming come in.
that?
At. Like at least get your hair cut or something like that. But I mean,
Nah, you could
but you
could
say
call
you
it
gotta look
grooming,
like
but
a
it's
doll
a
before you
set
get in there.
appearance
That's
standard.
crazy.
Wait a minute. Is this concerning like hygiene versus like, because
Right.
I mean, just washing your ass, that's hygiene. That's hygiene.
Who said you
for yourself.
who
Are you
said you had
about
to edge your beard to make it look like a straight line?
But isn't that a part of
But
hygiene
that's
though?
what I thought. So right, because it ain't like I'm putting on.
No,
I mean, it's different if I
Well,
spray paint that boy, but if it's my mustache, that's just
is that
lining.
wait a minute? Is that hygiene or is that grooming?
It's grooming.
But you ain't gotta have it
Grooming.
perfectly.
I don't know why
You
we
ain't gotta have it
why we
perfectly
make this
lined around your
comparison
lips
with
either.
grooming and makeup. That's two different
Who
things.
says that standard?
Huh?
No, because there's a
I don't
level
know
of
if you
grooming
can
that
say
becomes
that.
an enhancement.
Yeah. And then you're
But at least it's
separating
you.
men from women.
That's the difference. One of them is you, and one of them is not you. Something you
What is
added on
not
to,
No, it's
and
not
one of
your
them you
beard.
just
Your
shaped it
beard
up.
don't grow. Your mustache and beard don't
But it
grow
doesn't.
like
But
that.
it doesn't change the persona of
Nah,
who he is
that's
because it's
beyond
growing
grooming.
because it's naturally growing out of his face. If I throw a
Right.
wig on, that's somebody else's hair. That's not naturally growing for me. That is something that either I can have or not have. But if I wanted to groom my own hair or
You
do
are
like
shaping and
braiding of my
enhancing it.
own hair, that is just braiding my own hair. That's just hygiene. I washed it, I braided it.
Right.
It's also because it gets tangled and matted. I don't want to lose it. Even though I ain't got no hair, and that's why my name G.I.
So
Jane.
what is
But
high combing your hair?
So I think
that's
I agree with
altering. That's
King.
altering your hair. It's
Yeah.
altering by heat.
So I agree with King, right? We know that there is a difference, big difference between the way women groom ourselves and maintenance ourselves from men, right? King is saying when your hair grows out of your hair, right, and you cut it, that is grooming, right? But when you turn
Right.
around and get it shape up and you're changing the way
Yes.
your hairline is created, that is altering your hairline. That's what it is. That's
Yes.
like
Hairline. Putting
I
another
am
hairline on
altering,
top
But
of
it
it.
belongs.
but
The
your
hairline
That's
your
like
belongs.
hairline
being
was supposed to
okay.
go
Okay,
back
let me
like
put it
that.
this
You
way.
gotta
We
you
know
gotta
King is
cowl. Yes, you
bald,
are.
right?
You
We know
shaping it.
King is bald.
You
Yes,
That's
you
like
shaping
you
it.
are.
You
putting the
gotta
thing on
cowl
your
it, and
head.
you don't
That's
want it to look
different.
like that.
Okay, so what's the alternative? The alternative is he has long
No,
hair that's
no,
all over the place that's
no.
matted because he doesn't want to shampoo it. He doesn't want to do anything to it, and
All
No,
he
right, you might
that's
as
doesn't
well
not
want
what
leave
to
we're
it
shape
dirty.
it
saying,
up.
right? That's not what we're saying. I
Don't
think
wash
once
your hair
again,
No,
then.
no, no.
the
What the
subject
heck?
is
He
Ask the average
alternating.
brother to shave his head
Wait a
down.
minute. Let G.I. Jane say what she was saying.
Ask the
King. She
average
was
brother to
trying to.
shave his hair down.
G.I. Jane, go ahead.
Yeah, that was just my only question because I was trying to figure out like, okay, that's altering what you have, right? That's what you guys are saying. That's just an alter, but that's what you have. It's either you can reduce or you can grow, right? You can get rid of hair or you can grow it out. But somebody that is putting something else on, that is altering them. And I'm not bashing the young ladies that do it with their makeup and stuff because it looks beautiful. However, it's like a whole new transformation. So at the end of the day, there are people that are attached to the transformation. They're not comfortable with when they take it off. But
Mm-hmm.
if Kev wanted to edge his hair up, it's still his hair. I mean, it doesn't change. It's longer or shorter. It's still his.
And
but
when
Okay.
I
the
jump in the
lineup,
swimming pool
but
and
the
come
I
out, I'm gonna
lineup.
look the same.
I'm agreeing with you, right? But the lineup is not his. It's not naturally his, is it? Me, if they go get a
It's
shape
a
up and they shape
it's
around the
Nope.
it's a
hairline,
reduction of what's his.
but
It's a
it's
small
still not his.
takeaway.
It's not natural. The same way my
It's still
wig, if I
his.
get
He
cornrows
gave it
at
So
away.
so so
That's given away.
enhancements are either addition or reduction. You can't pull both of them apart.
exactly. So if I add
You
weave
could
into my
call watch that
hair,
technically it's called body modification. It is
exactly. I'm agreeing with you,
So,
King.
King, I'm in agreement with you. Like, I got a lineup the other day because I don't like the wolf hair. To me, that's an enhancement. It's not altering. I just had the guy line me up.
Right.
I don't see any issue with that.
Yes.
I don't think it's no issue though. We gotta just know the
Because you
difference.
choose how you want to present yourself does not make it a issue. It's called body modification, right? When you look up the terminology body modification, get into the depth of it, there's a lot of things you can do. It could be adding or taking away. It's body modification. So if you add some hair, take some hair away, it's the same principle, just done in two different directions, get the same result. It makes the person feel more comfortable in the way they present themselves. Now, some people,
There's no
they
way
get
we not
addicted
getting
to it.
this.
They go all out, and guess what?
I mean,
What?
but we can also look at the
But the
term
thing I don't like is men we act like we're not doing the same thing women doing.
We not.
Yes, you
I
guys
mean, someone
are.
is. Someone putting the fake. Okay, I can get putting the
We are.
dye in the head and spray painting
men are
a
getting-
hairline.
some men
That's
are
the
getting
same exact
BBL.
thing.
Some men are getting BBL. Some men
When
are
Yeah,
you-
getting
exactly.
that are
They
fake.
When
added.
you alter your hairline,
men
that is
have
body
BBL.
modification.
but not at extreme
Terrahawk
numbers.
said body modification is
So
surgery.
okay. So when you
Not
clip
always.
your
That's
nails,
extreme
is that body
modification.
modification?
Negative. It's including more than surgery. Tattooing is body modification. What's that?
Exactly. Ear piercings.
But
Of course, yeah.
You get braces.
let's
All
go.
that
Yes, ear
Hold on,
piercing.
So-
hold
Yes,
on.
it's not
So when
just
you get a
surgery.
pedicure,
It's
that's
also
a body modification too.
Let's
Yes.
go.
What's
or is
wrong
that-
with those things?
It is
There's
technically
nothing wrong
it
with those
is.
things.
Yes, yes.
So when
It's
I
nothing
wash
wrong
my
with doing
underarms,
I've researched this. Go look it up. All of
when
it.
you use soap as well, all the parabens and stuff.
Well, I'm going to be body modifying because I'm using soap.
Right, me too. But can we get down to the baseline? Men aren't
If you-
saying men aren't saying in when they're all saying, oh, we're not ugly, we're just broke. And they say that under the BBLs, the wigs, the makeup, the breast implants, all of that, changing the nose. I mean, look at Lil' Kim. You know what I'm saying? She was gorgeous. But that's what happens when you don't have self-confidence. So is it that we're wearing the hair because we just like it? Because my wigs are my outfit. I wear that a part of my outfit. Somebody can come and whole snatch it off. I'm not going to get embarrassed. I know it's a wig. I don't want to pretend like it's not by fingering it, putting my fingers all through it and putting them. I don't
Right.
do all of
Right.
that. But when it comes something wrong with the psyche and we don't know how to take it off or we don't know how to introduce, there are now scarves with
That's
baby
it.
hairs on it. There are scarves with baby hairs. Now, what is the purpose of putting on a scarf to put on somebody else's texture of hair in the front of your head? Unless it's an insecurity issue that belongs
that's
with
what
you.
I'm trying to get to. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's dealing with confidence. How we ever want to say or talk about it though. Some people I don't know how to explain this though, but all I'm saying, if you added something that ain't yours, right?
No, you.
Huh?
But there are
Go ahead, Kev.
people.
I want to hear what you have to say. If you added something that isn't yours, what?
If you added something that isn't yours, that means you're not basically you're not confident enough to be what you already have already. Basically.
So
But
let's say you have
but
a
it,
man
I
who
disagree. I
likes
think that's
long
harsh
hair.
terminology.
Let's say you have a man who likes long hair. My hair is short right now, but let's say my husband wanted long hair and I put on a wig.
I mean, he
What
don't
does
want
that
you. He wants
mean?
your long hair. What the freak?
Really? Okay.
but let me
Yeah,
ask you
that's
something.
crazy.
Those things are
What the
like
But
heck?
old.
but
It's like a little
let,
growth.
That's
let
the
me
only way
ask
you
you
don't like
something.
me.
You can't.
Let
You
me,
You're not a woman.
y'all
I
trying
can
to take
I,
tell.
people's preferences away, and that removes humanity out of the equation. You taking people's
No, but you
preferences
should
away.
never
You can't do
change.
that.
You should never change for
Everybody's
somebody
built
else
different. Everybody
because
has
somebody
preference.
say I want long hair, and then you gotta. Maybe you're supposed to like the person, not what they got on their head.
Is okay. The lady, watch this. The lady that got cancer and lost her hair in chemo. What do we say to that?
I hope he still
What?
love her. What the heck gonna stop loving her because he lost her hair?
But if she feels comfortable in her hair that she used to have, and he likes it, not saying I don't like you because you don't. What is the problem with that?
To each his own, I guess.
but
I
yeah,
We're
think
but
gonna
you
take a
I
said,
think the
confidence
whole
now.
point of me saying is
but you,
just
There
to
we go.
let people be confident in who they are. You know what I'm saying?
But
Because it shouldn't cost no
always the
money,
case. That's
huh?
not always the case. That's not always the case. There are women. There are women for some reason, even childhood traumas that have lost their edges, from degrading and
Yes.
different things, stuff like that. So what is wrong with them adding something to make them feel better, or make them even look better?
Nothing as long as they love what is underneath it.
Right.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what
As
I'm
long
getting
as they're
to.
We're
taking
Right.
debate.
care of
And
We're
don't
themselves.
debating purpose
and
over
don't feel
preference. You
bad
got to be
about
careful. There's
yourself
a
when you
thin
ain't get it.
line.
That's the whole point. Don't feel bad about yourself what you don't get.
That you
That's
know
my
what
whole
that
point.
in
What?
the in the
I
perfect
never
world,
said anything is wrong. The
in
wrong part
in
is
a
I agree with
but
that. Yeah, I
but in
agree
a
with that.
perfect world, yes. But we are
why we
as
gotta
human
say
beings.
that though? Like all we
We're
gotta do
we
is help push the
because
message.
Kev, we're flawed. Come on, we're
I'm
flawed.
not
Let's be
saying
honest.
that though, but what
And
I'm about to tell people I'm about to tell people, hey, you gotta do this or something. I'd rather have people be comfortable with being themselves rather than putting this fakeness on. That's like me acting or putting on a
Society,
listen,
but
fake.
I agree
society,
with you. I
society is
agree with
not that
you.
polite,
I
Kev.
agree.
That bottom line,
Right.
society ain't that polite.
That
Yeah.
I
it's not that
mean,
cut and dry. It's not that cut
that's what
and
I'm
dry.
saying. We keep talking about image though. I'm talking about character. I'm talking about building character. I couldn't care less what somebody think about or the outside think about me. That's where confidence come in at. We talking about trying to look presentable for somebody else. Forget the society.
Right. Because
Kev,
I've
may
I'm
I
just talking
seen,
ask you
about building
something?
your self character so you
But
can
you
be
got to live
comfortable
outside
with
of
who
society.
you
Forget
are.
it. You can't do that.
because
That's an unreasonable statement. You can't forget society.
right. But I've
Because you
I've
live
Okay,
in
so
Impossible.
witnessed
let
every
me
them
day.
Can't
just
do
You
say
that.
follow
this,
society
Kev.
rules every day.
In my younger days, not in my younger days, like you and King are handsome guys, and Xander too. So if I was younger, I would present myself in a way that I thought would be attractive to either one of you. That's what we normally do. Now, some of us know how to do it in being fully ourselves and not making much alterations, but most likely we are going to do something that we feel is going to be the thing that attracts you
Yeah.
to us.
So let's go to
That's
that
why we
real
do
man
those
thing.
things.
That that real man thing Xander was using, right?
Okay?
By me being real myself, right, I'm gonna let her know that you ain't gotta do all that stuff, man. I'm gonna let her know that,
Okay.
hey, I'm gonna take you as you is, because I'm not worried about your image. I'm worried about what's inside or internally with you, your attitude and all that stuff, the way you control your emotions. That's what I'm worried about. You know what I'm saying? I don't
But
care
Kev,
less about
but
because you got short hair, long hair, or something like that. I'm gonna make sure my girl feel comfortable with her being herself, and so when she don't take these things off late at night and then she looking like, do you still love me? You need the words of affirmation and all this other stuff. No, I want you to be comfortable with who you are.
right.
Kevin,
Putting on
Well,
wait a
baby
that's
minute,
or
where
hold
the
on.
honey.
other
Hold
skills
on,
kick
hold on,
in.
hold on, hold on a minute. Kevin, isn't that one of the problems of society today? Nobody cares about anybody else.
They do.
No, they
That's what
don't.
it is.
No,
They
they
play
don't.
it like they
No,
say
They
it.
no,
don't.
no, no, they don't.
No, they
No,
don't.
they
That's
don't.
You talk
false.
No, they
about,
don't.
I
No,
get
they
what you
don't.
mean. You
No, they
talk
don't.
about they do things, and that's the whole different thing, though. It just depends on what you meaning about. Just like that complacency we was talking about, depending on how you
I
using
mean,
it and
right?
when you use it.
You
But
said you said
And
not to
society
care
as a
what
whole,
people
I get
think.
what Xander
yeah,
is saying,
I'm talking about off appearance wise. That's what I was talking about, and I was just talking about
but
dealing with
that's
your
false though.
confidence.
Society as a whole doesn't care
Wait a
what
minute,
you
Queen.
do.
Wait one
No, these
second.
deflections throwing my whole message though.
What
It's
are you
crazy.
saying, Kev?
I'm
So
trying to
I
keep
mean, if
up.
y'all don't understand what I mean, you can just simply just say that too. Because I mean, I think what I'm saying is kind of plain and simple though.
No, it's just feedback and discussion. Just wanted to hear you clearly because y'all were
It could
talking
sound
at the
like
same
deflects.
time.
It sound like deflects, and all I'm telling people do is just try to help people build their confidence with just self. I'm not saying
Okay.
society do this and all this stuff. Who cares about that?
Okay.
Right. Right.
Got
Because
you.
Right.
we live in society. You
I
follow
mean, if you care
society
about what
rules,
society is, then you in
but
for a rude awakening. Then you're
look,
gonna be
that
living a
it's not
miserable
about
life,
caring about
worrying about what
society.
society care about you. That be the problem
Kev,
nowadays.
it's
I
not
think
about
the
caring
reason
in
why I talk like this,
society.
like I said, I try to motivate people. I don't be trying to live in this. But what about this and all that? It ain't all about that, man. We gotta man up, man. Even the women, let's man up. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about these things that ain't be worth it. That's temporary.
So the problem is
Okay,
And this is the problem. I just want to say this real quick. You cannot pick and choose when you want to listen to follow society. Society told you you had to get up and go to work to make an income, right? Society told you that, right?
Yes.
So then
Here
you
we
cannot
go.
turn around and contradict it and say society, you shouldn't care about society feeling. If that's the case, you should not be working. You
Is
cannot
that
pick
what
I
you
and
got out what
choose.
agree.
I
That's what
said?
we're
That's
stop.
crazy. And
That's
y'all
what
see
we're
why we
saying.
can't.
You're
Y'all
picking
see
since
why that was the
No.
biggest deflect I heard in my life.
that's not a
No,
deflect. That is a
no,
That
let
wasn't
fact.
me
even a part
just say
I was
this,
getting.
Queen.
Tells us
Hold
to
on one
agree.
sec. It's just a difference of opinion,
Right.
That was a
Kev.
deflect because
She
I
was
wasn't
just
talking about
saying
that.
that,
You just
but
said we
she was
shouldn't
just
listen to
saying that
society.
society
Society
does
tell
What
us
that got to
matter,
do with
and you
working
were
though?
things all
saying,
the time.
Hold
What
on,
do
hold on,
somebody
hold on.
confidence got to do with working with
Wait a
society?
minute.
That was two different
Always.
subjects.
Can I say something right quick? We also, I understand exactly what Kevin's saying. And the main thing is that you got a bunch of people that are leading, right? All these celebrities and stuff like that, quote unquote. They don't care about what the world thinks, and that's why they're in their position. Everybody's following them. So the problem is the masses. The masses care way too much about what other people think. If you think that you're a good person, you don't need the validation. If you think your hair is
Right.
beautiful, if you think that you're a beautiful person, you don't need the validation. It does not start outside of the house. It starts inside of the house. So if I put my hair in a bun and it's natural and I ain't got no edges, I just don't have no edges. I don't have to explain that to the next person why I don't. I love who I am. You shouldn't have to need validation. Now, getting up and going to work, if nobody did that, we wouldn't have bills. We'd be living off the land if everybody stopped putting our time into these corporations. That's one thing. So that's null and void. But when it comes down to it, you're supposed to love who you are through and through. If you want to enhance it, nothing is wrong with that. Just know it's an enhancement. It is not you.
Hopefully, he can understand it that way. Because maybe I was saying it wrong. I don't know. I
it's
don't
not
know.
that you were saying it wrong. It was just a difference of opinion, and perhaps
And
you saw it as a deflection. But I
You
could
want me to
relate to
explain why I said
Queen.
that?
Please.
Yes, because when I'm talking about right, because the thing is that what I learned is people will pick out of certain things because some people just don't want to understand, right? And like I said, it come with a lack of honesty. I can read people real well, but I'm just saying it's like when you, okay, makeup or something like that, whatever we were just talking about with the confidence, right? And then you go pick out what I was talking about. I said ignore society when it comes to that, right? Then we took out society and say, well, you work with society or something like that. That's the biggest deflect ever. That's to change the whole topic to make it fit because it's obvious that you're right on that. Of course, I know that, but we wasn't talking about that. So that's what a deflect is called. When you deflect and try to make something fit your narrative so somebody can agree with you and make you feel like you're right about what you're talking about, even though it's two different topics.
How that's two different topics, and you just brought up society.
But that wasn't the point about a society I was getting to about
but
that.
my
You just
point
wanted to
was
say
We
something that's
live.
gonna fit your
Oh my
narrative so you
God.
can be right
Okay.
about that, even though I wasn't talking about
It's
that.
not about
but
being
I can
right.
agree
You're
with you
not
on
getting
that.
it.
okay, but
You're not getting it.
my point wasn't about society. My point was about having this attitude of I'm okay with myself. I don't care what anybody else thinks. And that goes for the way I look and the way I act.
And what
Should
about
we
that
not have that?
narrative,
Should we
I
not
mean,
try
Zandra?
to build that
I
type of
mean,
mentality?
I don't know. Should we? Should we
Should
not care about what other people think,
we?
or
Yep.
as far as our actions are concerned, should we go on and do what we want to do and not worry about how another person feels?
Oh, so I see what you did right there. Okay, so you talking about that. I think like I said, I was talking about confidence. I wasn't talking about how we can harm somebody. I wasn't talking about so that's another thing we took out my words again, and I wasn't mean about it. So
No.
And
this is
yeah,
It's
crazy. This
that,
is
just a
crazy.
different perspective.
that's a
It's
deflect.
funny.
That's a deflect. That's a
Huh?
deflect. That's a deflect.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, I wasn't meaning about. This is so funny. Well, everything was surrounded about just confidence in general. That's all I was talking about. A way to build your confidence. If you choose to do it or not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving a different point of view to how to love yourself a little bit more or understand yourself more or not rely on something to make you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was getting to. So, I mean, everybody,
And
at the end
that
of the day,
makes
everybody can do what they
sense,
want to do. I can't
Kev.
tell somebody how to be happy. All I can do is just let somebody know that you can be loved for who you are. That's all.
Yes. And I just want to add that I think everyone appreciates that and what you're trying to do. People just gave different feedback from individuality.
Right.
No, I don't think that. I get it. I can get it if it was on the same. It's weird though. It's funny because it's like you could. It's a difference from saying different opinion, right, or different feedback, right, versus deflecting. It's man, it's crazy. I guess I can't explain it. It's because I experienced it so much, and I know when a person is doing it. Because it's like when you know a person don't agree with what you're saying or something like that, they will come up with something else to to make it. I don't know. It's man, it's so weird to explain it though. But it's weird
Does
though.
it
It is
matter?
a difference from saying a different
Does it
opinion.
matter?
Huh?
Isn't it like how people see you? Does it matter how they perceive it? If you're trying to
Perceive
get a
it.
point across, what you're trying to accomplish, if some people see it, that's the winning key. For those of us who don't, you got to keep moving forward.
Right.
Right.
And isn't these lives to discuss different opinions?
Yes.
Oh,
So it's about being on the same topic too. That's the thing. That's the difference.
Okay, okay,
Not difference of a topic. It's a difference of opinion, not difference of a topic.
okay.
Because if I'm talking about
okay.
cars, somebody should be coming here talking about basketball to make their narrative fit better because both of them have people in common. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Oh, it's people that drive cars and it's people. So am I not right? That's my point of view. You know, if we both talking about basketball, two different. You talking about defense and I'm talking about offense. You know, that's the okay. That's the. I mean, that's when we on the. That's two different point of views about basketball, not two different topics. That's about people. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's weird how is this not being seen though? But it is a difference between deflecting and point of views. It's literally a difference.
Okay.
You mean like the like when Miss Queen said working, like we have to go to work and stuff like that?
Said I listen. She said I partially care about or listen to society or something like that, and I
Yes,
don't think
because we all
that.
work. And I use that as an example because, right, majority of us work, right? But there are people living off the grid that makes billions and trillions of dollars that's doing the total opposite. They're not following society, hence why I use work as an example.
Yeah, and
Well,
I
because
don't
I
think
don't
work
I
got
don't
Like I
work.
say,
anything to
we
do
cannot
with
pick and choose
confidence.
when they use the word
Yeah, I don't work.
society or that. That's why I use work.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
the
but
state
what
would
it had
tell
to
us
do
in
with
order for you
confidence,
to
that's what threw me off.
because
I
you
went
didn't
from
let me
makeup to
finish.
work.
Because you
Kev,
cut me
let
off, you
me
didn't let
just
me
say,
finish.
everyone, please tap the screen while we're
Please.
having this
Yeah,
wonderful
because my head hurt.
conversation.
Please tap this screen.
And yes, the host head hurt,
Shit.
so we need to give him some medicine. Tap the screen.
I love it though,
Well,
man.
I
Y'all
don't
see
want
why
your head.
Queen my number
I
two
don't want
though.
your head.
She my
I don't
number
want your
two.
head to hurt. So I'm gonna go
Or
down
you
in the comments. Yeah, but I'll be
or
in the
Thank you,
comments.
Xandor. We
All right.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
you can thank you for talking to us. I'm gonna follow you. Or you can leave corporate and you can leave stuff like that and you can just be who you are. Because I don't work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you
I
not do
hire.
that? What?
I hire. I don't work.
Okay, okay,
So you
okay.
can leave social
What's up, Angel?
constructs of all sorts, or you can leave whatever you think society will accept you as, and you can figure it out on your own.
Yeah, some shoot.
And
Yeah,
not having that fear of moving forward. I mean, if I was to go back into the working field and I can't wear my hair the way I want to wear my hair, that job is not meant for me. There's other jobs.
exactly. That's what
You
I'm
know, I
meaning.
can work in
Because
a tattoo
thank you.
shop. There's many other jobs, you know. And
Instead
out
of
here in
trying
Well,
to
let me
Texas,
be
ask you
it's
all both a
uncomfortable to
rare.
fit
question.
Out
somebody
here in
else.
Texas, I see nurses and doctors with tattoos all over because they've adopted to the idea that people are going to be people. People are going to be peopling. And you're going to do what
Let
you
me
want to
ask
do,
you all
but they
both a
still need to
question.
fill the
Who is that
position.
speaking? Is that Queen
That's
or
Jane. That's Jane.
Jane.
Gia? Okay, Jane and
Hmm.
and Kev. Um, Jane, if do you wear locks? You said
No, I don't have hair. That's
okay.
a those
So
braids are attached to my imagination.
okay, so let's say that you were going on an interview where the job had everything you wanted offered, and in this corporate environment, it was an unwritten rule that you need to have hair. And Kev, for you, let's say you don't like suit and ties, but this particular job that represented everything you were working for. Are you telling me that you all could not adapt to go on those jobs and accomplish what you want and get the paid money the way you
Nope.
want to be paid?
I'm,
Okay.
I will never adapt to anything concerning what is meant for me will find me, period. I'm not
Okay.
adapting to the change of corporation and the ideas of others. I refuse to do
Okay.
that in
so
this time
Amen.
frame.
you
Shira.
said a suit, right? So if my so you saying the suit to get in there, or I gotta wear a suit wearing type? I mean,
Every
suit
day
type of job.
you need to be up in there with a suit and tie.
Oh, okay,
Every
I mean
day.
it's no different from being at school. I had to go to school with a uniform on. It's just like uniform. That's all that is.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, that's
Okay. Just
clothes though.
checking.
So we gotta wear
Because for
clothes.
me, that's adapting. And my grandson may not consider it adapting because he's of the younger age, but I consider it if my goal has been to go to school and accomplish everything that I need to do to get this job, if it means I need to wear my hair a little different to get my foot in the door, I'm going to do that.
Wait, so you saying jobs actually doing that? That's what I'm trying to get to. So jobs force you to wear you gotta wear say if they force you to wear makeup, and the only way you can stay in that job you gotta stay with makeup on. You saying
And
jobs do
yes, I
that?
don't think they force you, but I think when you go to your interview and you read the room, you could see what people look like. You could see what people are wearing. You could see what people who look like you represent. Okay. And you need to decide, am I going to,
To
acquiesce?
decide,
Right.
am
And
I
be a
going
part of
to,
it, or am I going
actually
to
decide?
resist
Hey,
and not
Energy,
get
you
the
gotta
job?
drop down and come back. Your stuff echo.
Or am I going to actually resist
Hey,
and not
Energy,
get
you
the
gotta
job?
drop back. Your stuff echo.
Or am I going to actually resist
Hey,
and not
Energy,
get
you
the
gotta
job?
Can you mute her, Kat? Thank
I
you.
got it.
But anyway, it was just a question, and I appreciate you all's answer. Both of you said no. You're not going to change who you are for a job.
No, no, no,
Mm-mm.
no.
Never.
I mean, if my
I
job
like
got to, that's
that.
what I said, if it require a uniform, that's what I got to do. That's how because you got to work. You got to work. But I'm just saying, like, if it was like getting to the physical type stuff where you must be this buff to get this job. I'm not about to do this because that's like, I'm not about to do this extra stuff to fit the job. I mean, the job ain't meant for me. I can
I
simply
mean,
Let me
buy
know
a
where
suit.
I've
that
had to
company
do that
is,
in the
please.
military. Like we couldn't wear braids for a minute. We couldn't wear jewelry. We couldn't not in the army anyway. I
Mhm.
think the women that's in the Navy, they can wear like pearls on their ears. We couldn't wear any of that. Our hair color had to be a certain hair color. So I was born a ginger. I dyed my hair after basic to graduate. And I didn't know that that was very much so illegal because that was my natural hair. So, and they did not believe me. So it's certain things that I've done in life for the sake of a situation, a company, and even the military, where once I'm gone, I'm replaced. So why would I conform to something that's just going to consider me as a number?
Right. I feel you. I feel you, though, man.
Hello, Angel.
Hello.
What's up? Welcome to the live.
Cool. Thank you.
How you feeling? What you want to talk? You want to talk about what we was talking about, or you want to talk about the topic?
Well, let me enjoy the topic for now and keep answering some. Hi, girls.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
For sure.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ghana.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes,
I know it's from somewhere. I hear the accent.
She has a beautiful accent.
yes, I know.
Queen, would you change for a job? The question that Gigi asked.
Yes, I won't change for a job because definitely one day there would be something coming up and I have to change the job to another job and I won't be there. So I won't do that.
Queen, you?
I feel like there's no problem in it because sometimes you learn things and sometimes change isn't bad, but it's temporary. Stuff like that is temporary.
Amen.
Is
So
it
it all depends on how you look at it. If you look at it from a bad way, you're probably going to take it a bad way. If you look at it the good side, it might become good out of it.
I look at certain stuff like that as like adapting, adapting to your environment. Because I think that's just what humans do, anyways, right? We just adapt. That's how we fit. That's how we got to make things work. Because we can't just in this thing we call be ourself or something like that. I think that's a funny thing to me too. Because I think that as long as we able to better ourselves, we can't just be ourselves. If you try to better yourself, you always got to do something. But so
You're always supposed to be evolving.
yes, exactly. That's if people choose. Some people just get complacent, right? they don't. And then they,
We're laughing about that word, y'all, because we had a little debate about it earlier.
You
I'm not
overcome
looking
and
at that
adapt,
word
yeah,
again.
and you're.
That definition just bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little bit of word salad.
Yes, it is. It is. But basically there are two definitions like most words. And I usually use the latter. The latter is the negative term for complacency. But the first definition is positive.
Mm.
Right. That's why I don't like English.
Get out of here, girl. What you
I
talking
don't.
about?
I don't like
What else you
English.
speak?
He
My family
speaks
speaks French.
Latin.
My
She
family speaks
speaks
French,
Latin.
and I'm trying to learn French. The way I want to be fluent like my family, but
Bonjour.
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not yet. I'm still nervous with pronunciation. So
Oh yeah, they don't like when you pronounce with an American accent. They'd rather you speak English.
right. But I mean, my family speaks French, so
That's your
Do they
first
speak
language?
Creole or French?
they speak French.
Okay. Where are they from?
Well, I'm Louisiana peoples. I'm a
Okay, that's
Creole, but
Creole.
they didn't want to speak Creole. They spoke French. That's
Okay.
what was taught to them. Yeah.
Mm.
Yep, that's what was taught to them from the plantation that they came from. So it trickled down, and we spoke in French, but I didn't speak it fluently, and I used to always get fussed out behind how I pronunciate because it's supposed to be the back of the throat, and I roll my tongue because my tongue is short. So I used to always get popped in the mouth for that. So I'm still learning though. Gotta be
Now, y'all
fluent.
remember what I was talking about earlier, right? I
What?
told you stuff like this. This is why I lose friends because everybody can't take me for real. In general, like, sometimes it gets like that. Especially because
Lana
it's just
said,
because I'm a like I told you, man. I'm more on a motivating side. I try to motivate as best I can. I don't like hearing excuses. I don't lack of accountability, all that stuff. I just can't get with it. That's why I'm always going to try to stick with, because that's the, like I said, that's the only way I feel we can grow. If we keep making excuses of why, for certain things and what if this and what about that, You know, I'm trying to stay away from that because we've been growing up this way since I've been, you know, all my time of living and stuff. You know, that's the only reason why we not getting nowhere because we talking about, oh, what about this roadblock right there? It might not work and all that stuff. We come with so much stuff before we just do it. You know what I'm saying? It's the only reason why we don't even know how to self motivate ourselves most of the time. That's something I had to figure out. We got to have other people to motivate us. I mean, it do take a strong mind to get that though, but I know all of us need to motivate one another. That's how I feel.
So
And
how
some
do we
people
do that? How do we
first
change
off
that
hold each other
individually?
accountable, but we got to
Okay.
be even receptive to that. You know, 'cause everybody don't like getting checked. You know, we grown, so who gonna check me? You know what I'm saying? But that's the only way. Because if we don't know, it's like we contradict ourselves. We say we don't know it all, but then we scared to get checked. You know, so it's
Then
wild.
it seemed like, okay, and I get that, Kev, because I don't know, like it seemed like nobody was born with siblings, like like you didn't have these deep conversations as family, and then somebody say, "Well, I don't agree with that." You could be mad for a little hot second, but come back onto the conversation and just push past it. You know what I'm saying? Or try to get an understanding, because if we're not agreeing, it's just misunderstandings.
Misunderstanding. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. So, yeah, believe me, even when I get in my if I get in debates and stuff, as long as I done been on here, I'll be still taking the time because I'm the type of person that especially if I don't understand something at the moment, or it's a lot of stuff I ain't gonna lie, I stand 10 toes on certain situations, especially if I done heard it 100 times, right? But some stuff, if it seemed kind of new to me, I'll take the time and when I'm offline and just think about, like, all right, what could this person be? Because I be trying to understand people rather than be understood. That's one thing focus on because I be trying to understand who I'm talking to, know my limits and stuff, know that, if I talk to them about this, it's pointless because I'm gonna be talking to a wall or, I'm just saying, I just be trying to listen. That's why I be trying to listen to people and see where everybody head is at so I can just, because I know it's different, so many different mentalities. So I just sit
Okay,
back and stay quiet and study. That's why I say I be
Kevin.
studying people.
Kevin, is that
Yeah.
how the US people live? Like they keep doing what you are saying?
What do
Hmm?
you mean?
He keeps saying he has to be careful how to talk to people like boundaries. Like, is that how you live? Like in Ghana, I can just wake up and feel like, oh, I have to go visit my sister. I won't call her and I'll go there and there's no problem.
Mhm.
But I can feel the way you are talking. That means when you want to visit someone, you have to be calling and telling the person, I'm coming over. Is that how you live there?
Uh, oh yeah, we can't do that. Just pop ups. That'd be catching somebody at their
And
wrongs.
it
That people don't be ready.
You
it
can't
can
live like
be
that because I
with
do
your
pop ups to
siblings, you
everybody.
can do that, but a lot of times you want to give the courtesy of people coming over.
Hmm.
However, in Ghana, there's a lot of crime, correct?
Not really.
You
Maybe
don't
In some
few
places
of
there
them.
are. Yes, yes.
They steal
So
food.
there's a
Maybe he's
difference
hungry.
everywhere you live. Right.
Oh,
But
okay. So I
there's a lot of women trying to get over on American men who come there. Okay.
oh yeah, because
Okay.
I'm sorry to say this, but typical Ghanaian men, some of them, I mean, they don't know how to say I love you to a lady. So it's like you are enslaved with the person. You just be around it and that's it. We give birth and all that. But I mean, the polished ones are there. They know how to say, oh, I want to go out to you and all that. But I mean, I'm just learning from you guys, even though I have
Okay.
folks in US. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I
don't
just
listen
didn't
too low.
want you
You're
to
gonna
make it
get
an
confused.
American.
Cause we confused her.
I'm already confused.
It's gonna hurt
I
because
am
I still don't
already
understand
confused.
America. And I'm living in it.
Because I feel okay if you are my sister, why do I need a permission to come to you? We do that
Oh,
here. I mean,
we call it
I think
respect over
it's
here.
improper. Yeah, it's improper. But when you go to school, they keep teaching us that you do things this way and this way. So I feel like, oh wow, then you guys are more advanced and polished than us, because at first I can just go to whoever I want to go to. You will see me in your house, like I've come. So let's play,
Yeah.
let's do
It's
this. But now I'm polished because I'm learning a lot from when I come to someone's platform and he's from the foreign land. I'm like, oh wow. So we are beyond the scene. We see nothing.
So it sounds like, because if you in America, man, it's a lot of hatred over here, man. A lot of division over here. It's and even like it's between the families. So it sounds like you got a family that. Do y'all got like family? Do you have a family that's like they get into it and stuff, or they separated or don't like each other?
Hell no. My grandmother, my grandfather will kill you for doing that. You have to be
Yeah, we
together.
got that like crazy over here. I'm gonna put it that way, so I can tell the difference already. Because it's a lot. The way we got a lot of us got brought up over here, and it's a lot of stuff that been going down. We even trying to check our own homes and stuff, but
Wow.
I guess it's
Because
a
But that's
difference though for
okay.
sure.
No place is perfect. Our
Yeah,
yeah, I
ancestors
know.
and the ancestors
it don't scare
from
me. Why everybody
Africa.
drop?
Oh no.
Well, it's true. Gigi, it's true, because I think somewhere 10 years ago, I had a sister that I follow. I'm the last born. And then she started misbehaving because she went to Sweden to meet my big sister there. And then she started misbehaving. I don't know, because she felt she's up there. So my sister have to
Sister
call
here.
home. Yeah, my big
Okay.
sister in Sweden, she's a nurse. And then she called home to tell my father and my folks that, hey, my kid sister is misbehaving. She doesn't listen. She doesn't do things that I tell her, because she's going to mess up. Because here, everything is in your hands. So if you don't take care, you fuck up. I was like, okay. So bring her home. Let daddy scold him. I mean, what the fuck? What are you doing there? So she didn't
Okay.
come. So when she didn't
Okay.
come, and then she stayed there, and she doesn't have papers and all that, and then they brought her home, and she was so confused. And then I told her that, you know what? You have to listen sometimes, because it's
Okay.
good to listen sometimes, to just check your
Okay.
back, because you don't have too much folks up there, and you went there and you are fighting the only sibling you have there. It's wrong. And I became his enemy. And I told my mother and my father, and then they beat her up because she has
Oh
to
my!
check herself up. We don't
Let me
want to
bring the
break
sticks out over
ourselves.
there, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
they have to beat you to sit up.
Talking about control.
Well, I know it's not good there, but here they feel like you are going astray. They have to bring you back to the road. So they
That's
scare
good,
you a
because at the end
little.
of the day, it's for love. I get y'all. I mean, we do that here. It's not. It's like the biggest hatred ever. And they popping each other when it comes to them sticks.
Yeah, my father will not let you sleep. You're gonna
Y'all
do a
better not hold no
fasting
grudge.
and prayer. You have to fast, dry fasting for like 21 days, and then you have to pray for everybody to hear. So, well, I think sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm in the US somewhere, they won't tell me to do the fastings.
Let
But,
me ask
well,
you
it's so
something.
good.
What do you fast from for 21 days?
When you fast, that means you are not going to eat, you only drink water, and then they give you
Okay.
quotations to read.
So you do that successfully, you don't cheat. And what is the outcome?
Okay, so that the outcome is me now, that I know that I have to treat people right. I don't have to be rude. I don't have to steal. I don't have to just go
Okay.
around having sex with a lot of people. I mean, you should keep
Amen.
your legs close. I'm feeling
See this room jump up to 300. What
no.
does he mean?
If you feel honey, they tell you in my
My
house
body,
that
my choice.
go and pray. I know it sounds weird sometimes, but
And that
you
sounds like
know,
a message that need to be over here in America. Oh man.
so
Yeah, yeah.
it's funny sometimes, but we've grown with it, you know. My big sister went to the hospital in Sweden his first 1 year, and then the doctor keep telling her, "You are too tight. Allow yourself." He was like, "What the heck?
Whoa.
What am I allowing myself for?" She
I
didn't
think
know
tight is a
that she
good
has
thing.
to come. Yeah, she doesn't know that because we weren't brought up like that. But well, we have others, they don't do what we do in my family. They are just there, they have fun, they go everywhere they want to go, they talk anyhow. But I mean, in my family, in my house, everything has to be like church, Bible, and be straight, you know. You don't have to miss
So let
track.
me ask you, Angel. So those are traditions, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
traditions are
Yeah.
things that people repeat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You can become numb to traditions. You're
Mm-hmm.
just doing them because your grandparents did them, your great grandparents
Mm-hmm.
did them. So how is it really helping you in your country advance?
Like right now, I can say it has helped me a lot because there are some places right now in Ghana that you
Y'all get
feel
some notes
like
and get some papers and pens real quick.
Kelvin. Okay, so I'm being honest.
Man.
Areas in Ghana right now that because of the foreigners keep coming and going, gradually it falls on the country people. It falls on some of them. They start misbehaving, like drinking, abusing each other, and
And when you
things
say
that I feel
foreigners, are you talking about white people?
are not necessarily only white
Okay.
people because part of my gene is coming from Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then,
The Ivory Coast. Okay.
yeah, and then, I keep traveling, going all of those places. So imagine the folks there come around us, and then I learn something from them. Like my folks at Cote d'Ivoire, they eat huge. I don't know how to eat huge because I keep fasting. But because they are extended family, they don't know how to eat small. So when they come, they eat huge. And at first I felt like, oh, I'm missing something. I have to also eat like them. But I am smallish. And I don't know, for some reason, I do it and I throw up. But I felt like it was fun, but it wasn't. Because that's how they were brought up over there. And you
Okay.
see, so those are little things. If you are not careful and you are not like straight focus, you might learn some things. Because we have
Okay.
some girls, like a week ago, I went to do a work somewhere, and then I saw a lot of girls because they are from um one of the nearby countries, and then they keep doing stuff, they keep doing
Okay.
cocaine, they keep doing stuff because they were
Ooh.
mixed with people that they can do those
What?
things.
Cocaine, girl.
I don't know if we can say that
What?
much on here like that.
Oh,
White.
Are
Call
you
it that
telling
white.
me?
I didn't know. Oh my God.
Just
Are you
call it that
telling me
white.
people are doing drugs like that there?
Yes, and it's sad,
Oh, I know they getting that
because
stick over there.
Oh wow.
well, but they feel like somebody did it there and it was fun and they keep doing it. So when they don't have money to buy it, they become something else.
Wow.
Yeah, so
But
those
see, this
people.
is what I don't understand. I don't understand why all of this reality is going on there, but you all perhaps look down on other people in other places because of traditions.
Oh, I don't look down
I
on
don't
them, but I feel like some of them might have at least have the same background with me, but
okay.
because they've strictened them so much, so the least chance they got, then they did things that they've never done before. They keep trying everything,
Yes.
so they
Oh
become
wow.
messed up.
That's deep.
Yeah, so you see, all this fasting and prayers, it doesn't mean that I don't also have a boyfriend or I've never have sex before. I have all those things is there, but I don't do it too much like some people. You know,
I'm looking at our host.
Gigi, here with a lot of us, some of them, when you have too
Yes.
much boyfriend, they count it and they give you some names, you feel bad. So some of the girls keep like, let me be in my corner for the right time, and then I have my boyfriend, and then we marry. Some of us, it's not
Yes.
all of us. Some people are
And
very
sometimes
going,
that's
yeah.
where
So
taking
so
advantage of
I don't look
foreigners
down
come into.
anyone. I feel like you could have boundaries if you could
Okay.
have just to have a good life, not to
Thank
destroy
you.
I gotta
yourself.
ask this question now. Do body count
Ah,
matter over there?
Kelvin, don't.
Do body count matter over there?
Kelvin, don't ask.
I'm sure
I
it
got.
does. But
I want.
please
I want this
answer,
to burn
Angel.
today. I'm about to ask all the American
I know
questions.
it's so boring, right? Sorry, but we are learning
Well,
anyway.
there's a lot of questions in the comments and a lot of comments.
Oh my
I'm
God, I
going to
gotta
go back.
run. I can't answer them.
Oh, goodness. What you say? Gotta go. Peace
I'm
out.
running away because I can't answer all of them.
No, of course you
Welcome to
can't.
America. Say.
And you aren't going to be held to that standard. Okay, we can't answer for everyone here. There's so much
Mm-hmm,
individuality, and that might be part of the problem.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But someone was saying, who can afford China white lines like that? And someone said, who are we? Like you mentioned, we do this here, we do this. They wanted to know, who are we? So you want to try to tackle
Yeah,
those two questions?
that's why I said it's not all of us. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why I first of all mentioned that it's not all of us in the country. There are even my sister did it. He went contrary to the word because she feels, oh, so we have our liberty, and then my grandma keeps saying, go to church, don't do this, don't do that. So she messed up when she went to Sweden. But that doesn't mean everybody does that in their home.
Okay.
Some of us have chosen that come it. We all
Okay.
wish we can be better people. So, well,
So what path do you think is best?
oh well, I mean, you see, America. I heard. I don't know whether it's true. You can correct me if you can. I heard you guys have your liberty when you are young. Here we don't
What does
have
that
it if you
mean?
are from a home.
Liberty.
That
What
means
does that mean, Angel?
when you are young, you can talk back to your mother or your father. You
Girl,
can
please.
do.
What you talking about?
We
Who you
There's
heard that
some of them
from?
doing it. There's new parenting getting there. So I mean, she might be a
right?
little bit right.
Okay,
She done.
Gigi. This is
Shit.
what I
That's in
heard. That's why I said you can correct
2020,
me.
2025. I mean, 23. They've been doing it now.
Not now. Okay.
Not back
So
in the
you see,
Here's
90s.
my great grandson. I will pop him in the mouth.
Gigi, you see, sometimes I keep watching movies like 227, like Crosby Show and those things. And then someone might say, hey, go and sleep. And the son will say, Pops, I'm not going to bed. I don't feel like sleeping. And here you can say that to your parents. When they said go and
Yeah.
sleep, it's a sleep for you. So I
It's
didn't
like take
know,
your
but
ass to sleep now. Even if you don't go. Play like you sleep.
yes.
Yeah, we hear
So
you.
you see,
Now.
you don't have a say in your life up till 18, 20, sometimes even 25 years. You still don't have a say in your life. So that makes me
Mm-hmm.
feel like some of us, we wish we can have a say like, oh, some folks too can say what they want in where I am.
Yes.
So it's not like
Okay.
choosing a path for someone, but I feel, well, this is the family, this is the rules, you know. If you are not married, you are not allowed to
Yes.
go and live with a man. If you get married, is when, even if you are
Okay.
40 years, you have to be in the house. Unless you are working and the work takes you to another town, yes, you will rent your own place and then work. Even that, your mom keeps coming and going like no one's business. It's shy of,
Those
but well,
traditions are good. Wouldn't you say, Kev? Those traditions are good.
I think it's, yeah, I know. And then
Yeah.
I see how how Lena just put it out, and that's what we call it in America. You're not allowed to have a voice. You know what I'm saying? I feel it.
Hey,
But I
Nobiyashi.
mean, it's good. I mean, it's working for them. They ain't got no anger behind them, like or stressing like we is. That's why I said it's funny because the stuff we got more freedom right over here, and we got the most stress though. That's what's weird. And then we be trying to put it on the other people that oh you're getting controlled and all that, but yet they not. They happy, right? They a little less stress free. They more responsible. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff, and it's like we be trying to deem the stuff that really need to help us. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Okay.
be weird.
Okay. Well, Angel is
we
great, and
we we yes, we do that all the time.
yes, and who is this? Lana, Liana. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your
Yeah.
name right. She said we're all in this together, and
We're
that's
home.
true. You know, I used to say that my ancestors were treated less than human, and paved the way for others to come. But really, it's our ancestors. Yes. It's my ancestors here and who were brought from Africa.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
that matters. We're one.
yeah.
So I very much agree with that.
Yeah, it's true because I come from Cape Coast. I don't know whether you've heard it, a place that has the
Yes, ma'am.
castle and all that. Okay, so we have
Yes.
a house. We have a house like 7 houses close to the castle, and I was brought up there some few years back when I was young. So you see, sometimes when
Yes.
I was young, I used to hear a lot of, oh, they use the people, they pass through this place. I keep running along, but it wasn't so touching till I grew up and I was like, oh, so this is what's, oh my God. So this is so humiliating. Oh, I cried that day because I didn't feel it like that very moment. I kind of like, oh, wow. So this is bad because I know the fox and I know I don't know whether I mentioned it well, but we have the fox and then we have the castle. So we
What
keep
the
running over.
fox?
Yeah.
Hello, Touche. How are you?
Touche, my brother.
What's up with y'all? Y'all know I came in here to stir the pot.
Let's
Let's
Come
go.
on,
go.
stir it up. Let's
There
go.
go my
All
number
right. So listen.
3. Yeah, hey, number 2 just left the room. Though I was just I was telling the
Oh,
people I was like the people that we hardly agree, but we do agree on some stuff. But we always got our differences. I was just
I'm
talking
gonna
about
be
that
real with you,
earlier.
Kev. Before I get into that, I seen the live that you was in, and I didn't agree to none of that this morning. So
What was
so
that?
you know me. I be with all the smoke, but like at some point, y'all gotta chill out.
What live?
Peters,
I,
Peters,
I can't hear somebody making noise at the same time. What'd you say?
Peters. I was
Oh,
looking.
Peter. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I be with all the smoke, but I didn't. Today you would have been proud of me because I would have been like, "Can y'all both be quiet?" But let me get into this. Before I'm gonna say this, right? When you in a relationship, your person always makes you feel like they like you the way you are. So
We're getting
you get
somewhere.
me, like you get what I'm saying. Like a lot of the time, you be like, "Oh, I need to go work out." And they be like, "Nah, babe, you fine just the way you are." I look like you get what I'm saying. Like so then when a relationship is over and you get back into, I want to say as a man, I'm gonna call it hunting. When you get back into hunting, you realize you're not really fit to hunt. The same thing kind of goes for, you know. my sisters out there, my women out there too. Like, you know, man, we a lot of the time I've said it before too. Like, I like you the way you are. But then now they trying to get now when the relationship is over or whatever the case may be, now it's like, oh no, it's time for me to I'm trying to catch something new and I can't catch it with this bait. And I think it just comes, like I said, I think it just comes with like complacency. A lot of us get complacent in a relationship because people be like, you know what, now I like you the way you are.
Gigi.
Instead of saying, like,
You said that word we was talking about. That's so funny.
complacent,
Complacent. Yeah,
complacency,
we was talking.
because it's the truth. A lot of people
Yeah.
be stuck in being complacent, and
Yeah.
they don't care. They don't really care to do certain stuff that they would normally do. Like I know is when I was in a relationship, I was going to get a haircut or a lineup, every week. Now it's
Mm.
just me. I'm more really like money saving. I'm kind of like what, I don't need a lineup every week. I mean, I'll get one
I
every
feel
2
you on
weeks.
that. I
You feel
feel
me?
you.
It just to now you got to get back to hunting. Like you gotta make sure that you feel. I don't want to always say it's relationship driven, but I mean some of the time it is. I ask men all the time, if women wasn't here, would you be buying $1,000 shoes? Some be like, yeah, that's what I like. No, you wouldn't, bro, because you wouldn't be buying $1,000 shoes for us men if you were the only man. But you get what I'm saying? So I
Mm.
mean, stuff is just is gender driven. Can I say that? Can I say
Mm. This little Jake Paul coming in with a tank. Wow. But yeah, exactly. I feel you on that. That's why I say I was trying to hear all the different point of views. I was hearing all type of stuff. And it's a lot of reasons, you know what I'm saying, boy, that. But I was about to get to like the main reason why I put it up there, right? Is because I feel like you should be still trying your best every day you in that relationship and stuff, instead of just trying your best soon as you want to leave. Soon as you leave, now you want to be your best version, and now you want to work on your attitude. Now you want to. Most of the time, they ain't working on that attitude, but I'm gonna use that last. But now you want to work out and stuff, look good, and now you want to, all this extra stuff you want to do now. Soon as but you could have been doing that during a relationship. You want to get comfortable in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I feel like complacent, right? I feel like that is a big problem in a relationship, because it's like you should be working on something or doing something, every day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a job. You know what I'm saying? It's a job. It's a job to stay to even become a better person. That's still a job. It's something you got to work on every last single day. And if you stop working on yourself while you in a relationship, or working on just the relationship itself, the better you get complacent. That's when it become a problem.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? And I think we all kind of been through this. You ever been in a new job and you prove like something like, yeah, I'm suitable for this job. Like I can do it. Like it's not hard. And over time, it's become such of a
Yep.
what would the words be? It becomes such a thing, like an everyday thing,
Yeah.
that you don't go as hard as you used to go when you first do it. Like
I get
I
you.
think the only people who consistently have to keep growing hard and go hard and growing is people who play sports, because today you play Kawhi Leonard, but tomorrow you play Kobe. They not on the same skill level. So
Yep.
that's the only, like. But when you in a relationship for 4 or 5 years, you kind of know your person. Your favorite color is this. Your favorite shoe size is this. This is what you like. This is your favorite food. It becomes like, yeah, I'm working, but I'm working in a repeated cycle. You
Hmm.
feel me? Like that's why I feel like I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, people should just want to do it for themselves. But like, could you imagine just going to work and saying, "I want to be the best for me" at a job? You'll be like, "Oh
For you on that.
man,"
Who
you feel me?
missing?
Like, all right, I guess. So
You was
I get
dropping.
what you're saying, but like I always tell people too, everything is gender driven. If we did not, some people swear up and down to the top of their head to the bottom of their feet that if the gender wasn't the opposite gender wasn't here, they'll be doing the same things that they're doing, and I don't believe that.
Right. That's factual. Why y'all getting quiet on me, man? Ain't you need to
Oh,
you need to tell
I'm on
America
the
about some
I'm
more
on the
stuff real quick. I'm getting
I
these
mean
notebooks
I'm
out
on the
real quick.
freeway.
About
I
to-
mean, and then the thing is too. like we you know why I feel like a lot of people don't work out and do certain stuff like that because like I said they make it okay, right? But then the moment that you body shame somebody and tell somebody that they need to like that, it's like
Right.
I guess that's it. Like, bro, but that's what we be talking about with men. Like y'all we should be shaming men for doing certain stuff. Like we should be shaming them for doing certain stuff. So I think if you go shame somebody on one category, you should be shamed on the other as well. Like, hey
I
bro, you
don't
get
think
fat.
shaming is a bad thing. The more I keep thinking about it, because if I feel like if I'm doing
Shaming
something
men
wrong, you should
on
shame that. You shouldn't be uplifting something I'm doing wrong. What the heck?
Shaming men on what, for instance, touche?
Everything. Like y'all, like I mean, I think we should be shaming men on not actually doing manly duties. Like if you have a child, you should be taking care of your child. Like you should be like you need to be shamed on that, not by just one gender, by both genders. Like if you know that, if I know that Kev got a job and Kev told me for a whole week he just called off to play video games, I'm shaming Kev and call it off. Like you're a child. You need to grow up. You need to be a man.
Okay.
But then again, that to me, that's accountability as well. That's back to the accountability thing. Like we can hold ourselves, we hold people in our circle accountable, but we can't
Don't
really
let it
hold people.
let it be the opposite way. That'd be the end of the relationship.
Oh yeah, of course,
You should be
because
a
you
better
know,
mother.
What do you
Good
mean,
night.
Kev? What do you
yeah.
mean?
Cause it don't work the opposite way. Cause when feelings get involved, it's a wrap. I think men are just made to take it to the chest type situation. So we gotta. That's the
Men say that a lot, but I know men who become just as emotional as women.
uh,
So you're
yeah.
human beings, so you have emotions, and some men do exhibit their emotions. Like let's take back in Chicago, okay, with the woman who got punched in the face. That man was showing emotion,
Right.
violent, but they were emotions.
Yeah.
So I think
I
men tend not to realize they show just as much emotion as women sometimes.
Yeah. I was
I
meaning
mean,
like catering
I
to the
think,
emotions. Like you. Okay, I'm put it this way. That's like okay, if your woman tell your man that he's fat or something like that, he's not going to get the crying and going in the corner somewhere and be like. He probably might get motivated, like you know what I'm saying. But if it happened the opposite way, it's a wrap. What do you
Because
mean?
men
And
are
something like,
more
but it just depends,
accepted.
huh? Huh?
Men are more accepted with imperfections. You could be a fat ass
Yeah.
ninja mowing your lawn and
Right.
get a lot of women attracted to you. Whereas if you're a woman with a big stomach out there, you're going to get body shamed. You're going to get talked about. You're going to get.
The world won't allow that. You get canceled nowadays if you try to do that. What the heck? I don't
man,
agree with that one.
they body shame men all the time. We go and I get on different apps and
Say,
hear about you ain't got a full
Really?
beard. Yo, boy, your stomach hang outside your shirt. Oh, that's why you're little sweet little. Like,
okay, we about to get somewhere. Now I'm glad you
we
said
just
this.
don't
Now,
care.
now
We
I
don't
got something for
care.
you then. So what about this? This a prime example of where they cater to. And now you trying. Now we about to make it a win, men and women thing. It always fumble. So here we go then. What about this? I had this on my mind all this time, and I think I heard somebody talked about this. So what about this? I was thinking about this. You heard that scissor song killed oh dang I messed up. Unalive Bill.
Yeah.
No,
I
but
mean,
I
you can say
heard
that. That's a movie. I think you should be
FNF.
able to say that.
That too, but I'm saying that I'm serious on well I mean well it's a point of what I mean by that unalive Bill, right?
Okay,
Cause
okay,
that
go
song
ahead.
I think that song will get canceled in 2 seconds. Even though her song catchy though, she's like, I
Okay.
just can't relax, not the best. Like, this is catchy though, but I'm just saying like, just imagine a man doing it because they let a woman get away with it because it sounds cute and all that stuff, but she literally talking about unaliving another man in the song and making a song about it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And she talking about being,
There's
she be,
so many
and she promoting.
misogyny songs, though. I mean, there's so many
Like what?
songs so disparaging about women that have never been canceled, and we women even sing them sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's I don't think that's
Tara Hawk said,
correct.
great song.
It's a good song. I ain't gonna lie, it's catchy. I be singing it though, even though I
I don't
realize what
care
I'm
what nobody.
singing.
I ain't
I'm
gonna
like,
lie
go
to
ahead,
y'all.
unalive that dude. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I listen to a lot of women that make songs thoroughly because I be wanting to hear what they be saying. And like I think like I get what y'all saying. It's kind of cute. It's catchy. Cool. Yeah. But like Kev said, I think if a dude said that, I just get my girl when she was like, they'd be like, oh my god, why did he say that? They don't love us out here. They don't love us. Protect all women. They be like, bro, it was a song, bro. And then you know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be upset with y'all, right? What bothers me the most is I always hear, well, men was doing it for so long. Now that we doing it, y'all don't like it, bro. If I jump off the bridge, why would you want to do it?
Wow.
Like, give me beyond. Like a
Wow, wow,
comedian made a
wow.
statement, right? A comedian made a statement. He said, y'all be in the parking lots nowadays listening to Glorilla and all
Oh,
this
this is
gang banged
hilarious.
out movie. What happened to the women
That's
that's
right.
catering to me?
I just
Give me all this
unalive my
fart.
girl.
Like, bro, get the fuck out
You're
immediately.
crazy.
Like, what, bro? Like, bro, what? Like,
Uh-uh.
even the dudes, even the dudes would not be singing that song. They would be like, that song is
They
way
be
out. Like, bro,
scared. Dude.
they'd be like, the
Well,
moment that
Tara
you
Hawk
sing that, it's
said
gonna be
it's
a
a
problem.
song thinking about a bad decision. That part.
You couldn't thought of anything else other than what you chose. Out of everything you, a thousand and one. We got a show called A Thousand and One Ways to Blankety Blank, and that's the way you thought about going about it. I'm saying.
I swear that
I'm just
song,
saying. Like,
that
let's
joke
keep it
been stuck in
real.
my head forever. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I was like, what if I put the shoe on the other foot? Because I realized, because the
Bro,
thing is,
Hey,
we
we was
so
not.
used to doing this, we don't realize like the double standards on that situation. It's really I mean, it
well,
will be a wrap.
yeah. I don't think men sometimes feel like
I
that's the
mean,
way you feel, man. That's the way they put you in that
I mean,
position.
y'all make us mad, right? I'm not going out to make a song about doing you like that. Like, I might make a heartbreak, like, for instance, a man song that like a lot of women probably don't think nothing bad about, but we think it's bad. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. What's that? Emotional by Carl Thomas. I'm
mm,
emotion. I think that's like the most horrible song for a man to be singing. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, it's something for the women to sing, but like as a man, like, bro, you shouldn't be singing Carl Thomas emotional. Like,
mm.
if you singing that, that's a bad thing. Like, what
It
happened?
was a it was another song too that was like I had reacted to that on my clapper though. It's on my page too, where they had this girl was like, beat that with a bat. I was thinking about. I said, "Dang, imagine saying that about say switching
But
it up and then I beat that girl with
Eminem is not black.
it'd be
Eminem
a
is not
rap."
black. Eminem is not black.
I'm
They be like,
sure
"Can't
there's
for this
some
guy now."
equivalent.
Eminem is not black. We can't. I'm just saying, he's not black. We can't use Eminem as as somebody.
There's some equivalent because, like I said, there's misogynist songs about women everywhere you go. Like I like this show called the All the Queen's Men. You familiar with that?
That's about the.
Mm.
That's what Eva Pickford, right?
Yes, sir.
So you
And
like that?
every rap song on.
So
Yes, I
you
love those kind of
So you
shows.
like so you like that, right? But look at what that show is promoting. But when we promote it, it's like, oh, that's so like misogynistic. But it's the same thing. It's just a girl version of what the other shows have been.
It's the same thing, and every rap record on there is horrific. It's like you can't listen to it with anybody under 21.
Yeah.
The
But I ain't gonna like I said, it's none compared. I've the worst you could say is unalive somebody, and I've never heard a song or dude saying unalive another girl. I think I heard that in my life. I don't think so.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I might
Unless you
try to
can think of
find
one
that
for me.
for you.
Somebody think of one for me. Look it up for me, because I think I never heard that one. I'm going unalive, bit, you know.
yeah, like the moment that hit the airways, they're gonna be like, oh my god, cut this off. Like, why would he say that?
Hey, y'all know what? I want to, because I lost my live
Why would he
earlier.
say that?
I'm about to refresh. I want to refresh real quick. I'm going to refresh real quick, y'all. Because I don't want to lose because I lost my live yesterday. Somebody got bananas out my room. I lost that. That was a good live, too. I
What
had to.
happened? Why you got to refresh?
I was gonna refresh it so I can save this part of my life because I be putting my stuff on YouTube and stuff or whatever. And I don't want to
Oh,
lose
okay,
it
okay,
just in case something goes south. At least I got one of the part of the videos because they be
okay.
being bold. They be being bold. If they get kicked out, you kicked out, something like that. Yeah, but give me
Okay,
one
well
second. I got
let
ah
everybody tap up to the bar real quick before you refresh.
okay,
Everybody tap up real quick. Then we're gonna
real quick,
refresh.
quick little
Please.
refresh.
Thank you. It's been great conversation. So
Mhm.
the taps show that you appreciate it and we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna come back with a different topic too. I'm gonna continue with since I lost it yesterday. I'm gonna talk about it again today. I guess
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
and I
talk
have
Okay,
a
about picking
okay.
question for
sides.
you. I have a
Huh?
question for you, Gigi and Kevin and everyone, because we don't know how true that is. So I will ask that question.
You
Okay.
want to ask when we come back?
Yes.
Okay, we could do that then. Because
Do
I'm gonna
you
start a new topic when I come back.
Okay. Well, host, do you want to know what the question is?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll come back when you come back.
hmm Is y'all there? Did y'all tap?
Yes, Matt.
Yeah, they tapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
tapped
Okay.
more than 100 times.
All right, now tap that thing.
Right. I heard somebody said a gift.
Thank you
What the?
very
Oh, that's for
much.
me. Oh,
You're
okay. Thank
welcome.
you for the rose.
Thank
It
you,
smell good.
Angel.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Kevin.
So when you're ready, Kev, we're ready.
All right. All right. It
Yeah.
ain't gonna be too
All
long.
right
Don't
then.
don't y'all don't better not be playing me, man. I see y'all in another site. All right. Give me a second. Go get a song for Kev. I just like
Oh my
nah.
God.